We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives, and when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. In West Virginia, colorectal cancer is the third most common cause of cancer deaths for men and women combined. Yet, it is one of the most preventable. Every Friday in March, you will be able to purchase a FIT test for $25 to screen for colon cancer. Stop by one of the following locations on FIT Fridays to pick up your test kit. WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Blue Ridge in Martinsburg, WVU Medicine Internal Medicine Charlestown, or WVU Medicine Urgent Care in Charlestown, Inwood, or Martinsburg.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball!
It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Brock's, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We went to, it was the day after. We didn't make it on the day, but we went the day after to Habanero. Because that was always his truck.
We welcome you to P.O. Faulkner Park here as Martinsburg getting ready to take on Washington in the Skinner Law Firm countdown to first pitch. Skinner Law Firm, accident and injury lawyers representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. It's the Martinsburg Bulldogs taking on the Washington Patriots tonight in EPAC baseball action. Martinsburg coming in undefeated at 6-0. And Washington sitting at 3-2, but have won 3 straight. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin here on the call. John Arton, our on-site producer. And Dylan Bishop as well as Aiden Sensabaugh on cameras. Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio. Trip, it's an EPAC matchup. It should be a good game here tonight between Martinsburg and Washington. Washington
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crabs straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dungeness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We welcome you back. We apologize for those technical difficulties here on the pregame show, but as we mentioned, pregame show brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. Nick Verslee and Trip Tobin here, but Trip, as we were saying, these two teams, very talented. Martinsburg coming in 6-0. Washington's won 3 straight. They just beat Jefferson the other night. And it's a Washington team and a Martinsburg team that are very familiar with each other. They faced an extra game last year at the Myrtle Beach tournament. Of course, Washington and Martinsburg had players that played on the Junior Legion team together as well. So it's two teams that know what to expect tonight. And obviously, every EPAC team's familiar with each other, but it feels a little bit different with these two teams.
Yeah, there's a lot of players here that played together throughout the summer, and we know a good bit about this group of young men and competitive, great, talent out there. We got Martinsburg, who's bringing back a lot of varsity talent in the upperclassmen role. We got Washington, though they have a lot of underclassmen. Started a tremendous amount of freshmen last year and sophomores, so you're going to see those guys back out there tonight. So, as far as returning innings, Martinsburg, though older, is not that much more. Doesn't have that much more innings underneath their belt, as far as varsity innings from last year, but maybe the year before. But Washington getting that win against Jefferson giving them a lot of confidence, and they're on a 3-game win streak here. So Martinsburg, has a couple of times here have snuck away with some wins late in the innings, and if that happens tonight, if Washington's able to hang on, it could be a different story. So Martinsburg needs to put pressure on these young guys early. If not, Washington has the ability to, hold off a very talented Martinsburg team. So it's going to be fun to watch Lane pitch tonight, Lane DeLauder, and see a lot of these guys that we're very familiar with.
Let's go ahead and take another 2-minute break. On the other side of this break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
The WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is pleased to announce that thoracic surgery with Dr. Shalini Reddy is now available in Martinsburg at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center. Dr. Reddy has practiced thoracic surgery in the region for over 8 years and offers robotic laparoscopic surgeries for the lungs, esophagus, and more. For more information about thoracic surgery in Martinsburg, check us out online at mywvuheart.com.
The Sports Mix is your #1 source for the top sports stories in the Eastern Panhandle.
I believe the NFL is a week-to-week industry, so I am telling you this week is when the Beast predicts that the great number 17 will in fact touch that field at some point.
Co-host Nick Verzolini, Kyle McLaughlin, and Dylan Bishop break it all down weekdays from noon to 1 and re-aired from 5 to 6 right here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV10, and the TV10 Facebook page. We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini and Trip Tobin here on the broadcast as we get into our coaches' interviews. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler, and then hear from Washington head coach J.T. DeSarno. Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Coach, starting the year 6-0, coming off of the win last night over Smithsburg. What have been some things you've really taken away through these first 6 games?
I think, to be 6-0, you have to pitch well, you have to play good defense, and you have to get some timely hitting. And for the most part, we've done all those things. So just proud of their effort so far. But that record means nothing. Our goal is to be 1-0 today.
So far, a lot of non-conference. Had the one conference game with Spring Mills, but you've gotten kind of every type of situation I feel like that you'd want from your team, whether it be struggle early offensively and then come through late in a game, close games, had some breakout games as well. How do you feel like the schedule has kind of helped your team so far prepare for, again, as you get into more conference play here as the year goes on?
2 conference games. We had Hedgesville on Friday night as well. But, yeah, every game's been a little bit different. We've had to win in a lot of different ways. I feel like we have been tested, Some people might not think that the schedule's been too difficult, but, we have been tested. We're going to be tested tonight. And I just kind of like the quiet, arrogant confidence, I kind of call it, from our guys is, they believe in themselves and they believe in their teammate beside them and that they're going to get the job done. And they've never gotten too high or too low. They're just kind of steady. And I've liked that approach from them so far.
This Washington team, your guys are very familiar with them. A lot of them played Legion ball together on both sides. So just heading into this game with the familiarity of the players, what do you think that kind of adds to this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it's an EPAC game, so we're going to be ready to go and excited, and both teams are going to play hard. A lot of the kids played together in the summer, so that brings familiarity with everybody. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to go out and play good baseball, play better baseball than we played last night, and just keep getting better every day. And our goal is, our first goal is to win the EPAC, and in order to do that, you have to win all your EPAC games. Washington,
a team that started the year kind of slow, lost their first 2, but have won 3 straight. What have you seen from them so far this year?
There's talent. There's talent in that dugout. There's good young talent. They play hard. And they really get after it. So, we're going to have to match their energy tonight and be ready to go. And we can't let the cold bother us. feel like the last 2 weeks is, the cold has kind of played a factor in some way or another, and we just have to fight through that and grind through that and make sure that the cold isn't a factor, because the cold can't be a reason that we lose a baseball game.
Lane DeLauder pitching for you guys here tonight. What are you looking for from Lane?
Just want Lane to pound the zone. He has had a little bit of, arm soreness this week, so we're going to monitor that, but he tells me he's ready to go. So we just want him to throw strikes and let our defense kind of work behind him, and hopefully we can get him a little bit of run support.
With it being still early in the season, any sort of limit for Lane tonight? Or?
Yeah, he's not going to go over 60, 70 pitches most likely. Christian Alter is scheduled to go in relief. But we'll monitor him every inning, kind of see how he is. It is still March baseball. So, he tells me he's good to go. We're going to let him go out there tonight and see how it goes, but we'll keep a close eye on him.
Seems like 1 through 9 in the lineup has pretty much been figured out at this point early in the year. How do you feel like you've been able to manage the lineup in terms of getting these guys in these spots where they're comfortable?
Yeah, we're starting to figure it out a little bit. It helps if everybody just hits. If everybody hits, then we can pencil the lineup in every day. But, they've been doing a great job no matter who's in there. They've been great teammates. They've been encouraging. They've been picking each other up. I think we just got a really good group that likes each other and likes playing with each other, so that helps a lot.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Nick.
Here, Coach JT DeSarno of the Washington Patriots. Coach, team started off 0-2, now 3-2. 1-3 straight. What do you think's been the difference from the first 2 games compared to the last 3?
Well, I think starting off, we're a young team, and we went to go ready, and they hit the ball real well, and we didn't. So that was, after the first couple innings, we were down pretty significantly. So we just kind of made it through, and then flushed it and moved on to the next game. So, coming home, a couple games, we had a good win last week, and then picked it up last night. So we're coming around. I think as the season moves on, hopefully we can continue to progress in a positive way.
You mentioned having a young team, a lot of these guys playing over the summer with the Junior Hornets, and they played with a lot of Martinsburg guys as well, so a lot of familiarity heading into this matchup. How do you think that helps both sides?
Well, I think, it makes it fun for the kids first and foremost. When you play your friends, I think, it adds a little more to the actual game. It might mean a little bit more to both sides. So, from a competitive standpoint, I think, they know each other well, so it shouldn't be too many surprises. I think it just comes down to who can make the game-winning plays at the right time.
Where have you seen some improvements from last year's team, which was young still? Obviously, you lost some big seniors, but who has kind of stepped up for you so far this season?
Well, I think, offensively was probably the biggest question mark coming into this season. We're still trying out some different lineups, throughout the first couple games, just trying to see, what meshes well and try to get a, top to bottom that gives the defense several different looks. So, we're coming around, and, the top half's really carrying it hit-wise, and then we got some speed on the back end that, they can kind of develop runs a different way. So we're seeing what works.
Lane DeLauder pitching tonight for Martinsburg. What will be some keys for you guys to get some offense going against one of the top pitchers, if not the top pitcher in the Eastern Panhandle?
Well, I think hitting always tries to catch up to the pitching early on in the year, so hopefully our guys can get the bats going early and jump on them, similar to what we did on Friday night, where we got off to a good start and then kind of carried that on through the rest of the game. I think that's the key, is to just start early and kind of ride the wave from that point forward.
What are you looking for out of your guys defensively tonight?
Well, the turf probably plays a little faster, but, you get some truer hops, so hopefully they can field it clean and, make the plays that they should, and, maybe a couple extra plays that, make the difference in the game at the end of the day.
I believe I saw Jackson Earl pitching for you guys. What are you looking for from him tonight?
He came in, again Friday night, he came in and closed that game out, so, when he's on, he throws it just about as good as anybody else, so, fill the zone and get ahead early and, let the defense work behind them.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you to both teams' head coaches. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll bring you starting lineups and get set for first pitch. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV Tech.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations Robert Fields & Sons hope to see you at the 27th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show, April 6th and 7th at the Martinsburg Roundhouse to learn about what they provide whenever a loved one has passed away. Their booth number is FS48. Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations is the trusted name in funeral service in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson, proudly serving the area since 1880 and are proud to be a part of the 27th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show.
We're looking back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. John Lauderton, our on-site producer. Cameramen are Dylan Bishop and Aiden Sensible. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. Martinsburg taking on Washington here tonight. The Bulldogs in the home orange jerseys with the black lettering across the chest, black numbers as well, white pants with the black stripe down the side, the white hat with the orange Martinsburg Block M logo and the black bill for the Bulldogs. So the Patriots, it's the all-blue uniforms with the red numbers outlined in white and red W logo for Washington, and then the blue caps as well. I'm sorry, white caps.
He's still on vacation, John. His brain hasn't come back from the beach.
W and white was on my mind instead of W as the logo. But anyway.
It's the red, white, and blue W on their hat.
Yeah, there you go. And the starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Starting with the Patriots, leading off, it'll be number 9, Sven Dupree. Batting second, the catcher, number 19, Robbie Lopez. Batting third, the first baseman, number 25, Connor Smith. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 20, Isaiah DeLauder. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 23, Michael Poltar. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 24, Earl. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 6, Brady. Eighth, the center fielder, number 1, Josh McCarthy. And rounding out the lineup, number 3, the second baseman, Gabe Schoen. Give you the Martinsburg lineup when the Bulldogs come to hit. First pitch from DeLauder misses outside for ball 1. Next pitch from Lane is hit into left field, and it will fall in for a base hit. So Dupree starts the game with a single. Keegan Everhart couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Dupree on Friday, 4 for 4 the other night, 2 for 4 the night before, or the game before this, and now he's 1 for 1. So when you add that up, I mean, that's 7 out of 9. That's a pretty good click of hitting right there. So he's seen the ball really, really well.
Next pitch is in here for a called strike. Our first pitch was brought to you by the Murius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. The 0-1 pitch here from DeLauder to Lopez is hit on the ground towards short. Oviedo will field it off the bounce. Over to second to Buber, then to first to Brown, and they get the double play. 6-4-3 on that one. And it's a ground out for Robbie Lopez. And then the double play for Oviedo, who, Trip, as we talked about, one of the better shortstop, third baseman here in the EPAC.
He's tremendous out there. I mean, Boober, probably still staying on the right side of the field there because of the, little soreness in his elbow. So gives Ovi an opportunity to show what he can do at shortstop, and he showed you what he could do right there. And strong arm from Boober coming across as you see strike one swinging there from Connor Smith of the big hack.
Yeah, Smith with the big swing. Our top of the first inning brought to you by the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880.
Keeping an eye on Lane. We heard Coach Bauer talk about a little bit of stiffness. He told me before the game it was kind of up in his maybe bicep area, so kind of a little bit of an odd spot. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's from lifting or what have you, or maybe the plyo balls, but something just kind of ting of pain there in that bicep. They're keeping an eye on, and this nice cold weather, but Lane's still kind of feeling his way through the season here.
2-1 pitch is called strike 2 on Smith. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top half of the first inning between Martinsburg and Washington. No score. DeWater steps back on the rubber and looks into his catcher, Edwards, and kicks and deals on 2-2, and it's popped up, heading foul and out of play down the third base line and into the Martinsburg bullpen.
Like a pitch that I'm not sure what pitch it was, but it kind of stayed up. I thought it was going to break there at the end, but just kind of stayed up on the outer half. Give Connor Smith an opportunity to get the bat to it. Young man with home run power, batting in the 3 spots, still only a sophomore, so very young team here.
2-2 slapped foul and out of play here once again. So count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, we saw Smith have a big pitching game early in the year last year for Washington against this Martinsburg team. When Colin Reed went down with an injury. Here's one hit down the first base line and foul. And really since then he's elevated his game toward one of the top young players in the Eastern Panhandle.
Yeah, these top 3 guys here, Dupree, Lopez, and Smith have really come along, and they're going to have tremendous high school careers with many years left.
2-2 from DeWater's a cold strike 3, and Smith goes down looking despite his disagreement with the umpire. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. They're coming to the plate after this 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Once again, our starting lineups are brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. We'll start with the Bulldogs lineup after we gave you Washington's in the top half of the first. Here in the bottom of the first, it's Grove leading off, followed by Buber, Oviedo, Reisenweber, Alter, Rupenthal, Brown, Edwards, and Everhart. And Rupenthal doing the DHing for the pitcher, Lane DeWater. Washington defensively will start Jackson Earl, Robbie Lopez behind the plate, Landon Brady down there at third, Sven Dupree at shortstop, Gabe Schoen at second base, Connor Smith at first, Poltar, McCarthy, Earl from left to right in the outfield.
Looks like it's 2-2 in the middle of the fourth. I believe they're at Jefferson tonight, Hedgesville and Jefferson, excuse me. So tight game down there as it looks like that Jefferson has Jet Gross on the mound. And he's going 3 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 9 strikeouts. And Ian Wolf for Hedgesville, 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and 4 strikeouts. So a great game going on down there at Jefferson County.
This one hit right up the middle for Grove for a base hit to lead off the inning for the Bulldogs. And then I believe Musselman taking on Berkeley Springs once again here tonight. That's our EPAC baseball roundup, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's, fast, fresh, friendly. Weather here tonight, there's a little bit of rain expected throughout the evening. And temperatures in the high 50s at first pitch, or in this first inning, I guess I should say. This one misses outside to Buber for ball one. Our weather is brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, proud to be the owners who just care more.
Grove continuing to be productive there at the top. A lot of speed there on base. Look for him to maybe take off.
This one fouled away by Buber, bring the count even to 1 strike.
Buber was hot last night with the double and the triple. Both times he hit the base of that wall out there, so he's really hitting the ball well. As signs have been called, Buber's checking his back pocket for his wristband that he's keeping in the back pocket as there's been a signal called.
1-1 count as the runner takes off for second. Throw down to first. Grove slides in safely, but he slid over the bag and is thrown out at second.
A little bit of misty rain, maybe. Groves, he knows exactly what he's sliding into here on this turf. He done it many times, so you got to wonder if the rain didn't push him on by as we're getting a little bit of rain here. But he's fast, and when he's got to time that slide so he can't get through or hook that bag somehow.
The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. So Jackson Earl gets the strikeout on Carson Buber after getting him up that leadoff single trip. You see Robbie Lopez with a good throw and then a good tag on the other end, and then Earl, the pitcher, getting the strikeout.
Yeah, a couple nice curveballs away from Buber, had him chase him. A kind of protective swing there to get, it's called first strike here on Oviedo, to protective swing as Grove was stealing on that pitch, got him in strike two, then strike three, just chased.
So we'll see how these batteries do here tonight as the starting battery. This one misses outside for a ball for Washington. Jackson Earl doing the pitching, Robbie Lopez behind the plate, and then for Martinsburg, we've seen them a few times already this season, Lane DeLauder doing the pitching and Caleb Edwards doing the catching. The starting battery is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body as this one's hit on the ground toward third. Throw is in time for out number 3. Cody's is located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. So it ends up being a 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs as Oviedo grounds out to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the second when we come back. Our bottom of the first was brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, online on Orsini's.com. We're back in 1 minute after this with the top half of the second.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We're accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Our top of the second inning is brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg, a nice place to do business. Nick Verzolini, Trip Tobin here on the broadcast. John Allerton, our on-site producer. Our cameramen tonight are Aiden Sensabaugh as well as Dylan Bishop. As we begin the second inning, it's the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Washington and DeLauder, Poltar, and Earl.
Yeah.
This one hit on the ground towards second. Throw from Buber underhand to Brown is in time for the first out. So Lane DeLauder early on working pretty well through this lineup trip, keeping the ball on the ground when it has been hit.
Yeah,
and a strikeout as well.
Yeah, stayed around the strike zone. Last night the walks kind of killed him, the free bases. Tonight, pitching to contact here early. To this last inning, he got the called strike 3 on Connor Smith. Connor Smith had something said to Jeff King. I believe he got a warning for whatever he said. So we'll keep an eye on that as it moves forward. But it was a fastball that he got Connor caught looking, kind of snuck it in on the left side there. From the left-handed batter inside. So, he's been a little tough to hit here tonight, and definitely tough to hit hard except for the Dupree single early.
The 1-0 is taken outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here on Poltar, the left fielder. Washington started the year winless, 0-2. Had some tough ones to Goretti and Spring Mills, and then won 3 in a row. Beating Jefferson. This one hit hard up the middle. That is through for a base hit. Poltar with the 1-out single. And the Patriots have a runner on here in the top of the second.
Poltar wearing the neon green, yellow sneakers out there, or turf shoes out there to go with that all blue uniform. Not hard to pick him up out of a crowd, is it?
Nah. Yeah, that's all they had for the turf shoes that he could find in his size.
He's always wore little different color shoes and socks than everyone else. One of those standout guys.
Well, that will bring Earl to the plate after the single from Poltar.
Jameson Earl, the older brother of the pitcher, Jackson Earl.
1-0 count here on Jameson. With 1 out, DeLauder throws over to first, not in time.
DeLauder doing a lot better job of holding runners this year. Been working on it, slide stepping, different things to keep the runner from getting in big jumps, as he had a little higher leg kick last year.
The 1-0 pitch hit on the ground. Oviedo charges in, trying to get 2. He'll get Buber at second for 1. Poltar is the man out there. Earl ends up reaching on the fielder's choice. Now 2 down here in the inning.
Yeah, pretty hard slide there. Oviedo, when he come charging in, he had to make a quick decision whether he was going to second get the lead guy or whether he was going to, going across and get the batter. He decided to kind of throw back over across his body to Buber. Cut a hard slide from Poltar, and him and Buber had a little face-to-face there for a minute. So things are getting exciting here, as we expected, on an EPAC matchup.
That pitch taken for strike 1 here on Brady. So 0-1 count. DeLauder takes a breath and kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Good hard fastball up and in. DeLauder, a little different look this year. Last year chased a lot of strikeouts, threw hard really early. Didn't have a tremendous amount of command, but was able to a little hit and run there.
Yeah, runner taken off there on an 0-2 pitch. It's fouled away. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes with 2 down here in the second. No score between Martinsburg and Washington. Runner on first base for the Patriots.
As I was saying, this year the lane is a little more throw to contact, keep the pitch count down, save that arm for later, and that happens. You're going to throw some balls over the middle and get hit. So just trust your defense there. And so far he's got a couple no decisions, but pitched really well, and couple tough breaks there as he come out of the game, and 1-run, 2-run leads or what.
0-2 is lined toward third, but no problem. Reisenweber, as he slides in and makes the catch.
Oh, smoked.
Yeah, that one was hit hard by Brady in that similar location to what he got him to swing and miss on that 0-1 pitch, but that one lined to third, and Reisenweber there to make the play to end the inning. We head to the bottom half of the second. Bulldogs coming back to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV Tech.
Score huge savings on a new Chevy this month at CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg. Right now, during Chevy truck season, get a new 2024 Silverado 1500 with 0.9% financing plus no payments for 120 days. Or get MVP savings with up to $11,000 off MSRP. And did we mention every new car comes with Chevy Complete Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty? Find new roads at CMA's ChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Jefferson. We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as the bottom of the second inning is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Jefferson beats Hedgesville tonight 8-0 in varsity baseball action. Nick Verzley, Trip Tobin, happy to have you with us as the rain continues to come down here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Ben Reisenweber will lead it off here.
What was that? Jefferson what?
Well, that might have been a softball final.
Okay.
I just got a notification about a final. I believe that was softball.
2-2.
8-0 final in softball.
Yeah,
2-2, you're right.
2-2 at the Hedgesville Jefferson game, still top of the fifth here at the varsity baseball game at this point.
There we go. Sometimes you get those notifications and you just forget which one it is. Especially when it's two schools that you know are playing. And here's that pitch taken for a strike.
It's going to take him a couple innings, John, to get back from Florida or wherever he was at.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch misses low for ball 2.
I think he's love drunk.
Two balls and a strike to Reisenweber, who made that good play to end that last half inning.
Oh, he got hit. Ball ran in, hit him in the shoulder. Ball's getting a little wet. You see Jameson watching his hand. There's that ball come running in, caught Reisenweber on the shoulder for a 2-strike hit by pitch, which coaches hate. But to be expected tonight with a little bit of rain, pitchers are going to have to try to keep their hand dry, keep the ball dry. It's going to have to rain pretty hard to call here. Martinsburg's outfield was very dry, so it could take a lot of water, and of course the turf is not going to be affected, so it's going to take a downpour to stop this game. So these pitchers are going to have to deal with it, I believe.
Right. As Martinsburg shows bunt, they might be picked off here again, and they are. Lopez throwing behind the runner to Smith, and Reisenweber gunned down there at first base.
I think the throw beat him. Smith reached up and grabbed it, but I'm not so sure that Reisenweber didn't get back as he brought the tag over. Keith Allison out in the B position had to make the call from kind of behind the pitcher and had a pretty good angle here, but it was a close play and a great play by catcher Robbie Lopez to Smith.
The 1-0 pitch is low for a ball. So far, Martinsburg Trip not really doing what they want to do, which is execute their small ball. They're caught stealing earlier, and they're on a sacrifice bunt attempt.
Yeah,
back picked.
I mean, these guys we know, and I know Robbie playing, all summer, and of course playing here. He understands that if you're going to bunt through, that you're going to have a back pick opportunity, and he never wasted a second there and come up quickly, gun into Smith, who knew it was coming, and Reisenweber knew it was coming too, and he was getting back. So just great plays by all three, and someone had to either be safe or out there, and it was a great close play there, and Reisenweber didn't get the benefit of the call.
So 2-1 count. Now becomes 3-1 after that pitch missed outside. This one hit on the ground. It's going to get past the outstretched glove of the second baseman and head into right field. So Christian Alter has a one-out single.
Martinsburg continued to put runners on, but hasn't found a guy to get to second yet, though they've, like you said, the small ball has eluded them, and the throws from the catcher and the back pick and the overslide has been an issue for Martinsburg here in the first two innings.
So it could have been a single and a hit by pitch to lead off the inning, instead just a hit by pitch and then the out, and now a single with one out. And Rupenthal coming to the plate had a good game last night.
Yeah, great game, come in and get his team and shut the the door there, limited the damage. They called, come in that situation. You just want your guy that comes in relief just to minimize the damage, and he did that perfectly. And then he was able to actually cruise from there, and then had a great day at the plate as well.
1-0 count as the first pitch runs inside and misses from Earl. Next pitch from Earl misses outside, so it's a 2-ball, no strike count here on Owen Rupenthal. With a runner on first base and Christian Alter, the right fielder. Rupenthal DHing today for Lane DeWater as the throw over not in time.
Rupenthal looking to pick up where he left off last night with a double and a single and some RBIs.
2-0 count, so hitters count for Rupenthal, and on the 2-0 he takes strike one. Scoreboard goes out, and now comes back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Alter takes his lead off first, and he'll take off. Lopez can't haul it in, so Alter will easily take second.
Yeah, Lopez come up out of his crouch there to make that throw, and just ball come on the inside, just didn't glove it exactly, and just skipped away and give Christian Alter an easy stolen base there.
Looked like Alter got a pretty good jump. The 3-1 pitch here misses outside for ball 4. Rupenthal draws a walk. That'll bring Jameer Brown to the plate, hitting in the 7-hole. Brown playing first base today, pitched last night against Smithsburg.
First baseman, number 27, Jameer Brown.
Brown's been moved down the lineup a little bit since the beginning of the year, but feels like he's hit the ball hard a lot, just hasn't quite found the gap. And this pitch taken for strike one from Earl.
Yeah, he's hit the ball hard a couple times. We've seen him line out into a double play one night. That was just bad luck there. But, his approach at the plate is great, sees a lot of pitches, has a lot of quality at bats. And, sophomore is going to be a big part of this Martinsburg offense as you move through the year.
This pitch misses outside for a ball, 1 strike.
Certainly is a larger sophomore as far as height and size, and he is tall, lanky, has a baseball body that you look for, and a pitcher, first baseman, even a middle guy he's going to be eventually.
That one taken for a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. You look at it for Brown, the batting average hasn't been there at 143, but 429 on base, so still finding ways to be productive in the lineup. Has a 1-2 count here, and he swings and misses for strike 3. Is a tough pitch there from Earl.
Yeah, great pitch from Earl. Curveball away. Started on the outer half of the plate, dropped out of the zone, and great job by Lopez to swallow it up and keep it from getting away.
So Braden Edwards, the catcher, coming to the plate.
Number 20,
278 on the season. Had that home run as well.
Martinsburg with the runner on second with 1 out, now with 2 outs. So that's an area that Coach Ballard talked about, stranding runners with less, guys getting in scoring position with, 1 out or less, and stranding them was something they needed to work on. And they've been doing a good job of that, not leaving a lot of guys on base like they did, except for maybe the Hedgefield game and then early in the Spring Mills game.
1-2 count here to Edwards. Big swing. 1-0 count to Edwards. A big swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Runners on first and second here for the Bulldogs. In the bottom half of the second inning, no score between Martinsburg and Washington. That one runs in and heads Edwards, so that will load the bases. That will bring Everhart to the plate.
Yeah, three free bases this inning and a single. And Martinsburg still has yet to put a run on because of the back pick to Rasenweber. So you have courtesy runner there, but you have Jackson Earl flirting with disaster here, and he's been able to get out of it here. Everhart batting in the 9 spot. He can do a lot of things. to create some chaos at the plate. He can bunt, run, he can slap, and he can certainly find a ball down the line here or there for a double as well.
This one taken for a called strike one. Washington's got to be aware, of course, of the possibility for a bunt here from Everhard, as he's definitely done it before in this type of situation. The pitch to Everhard is fouled away, so 0-2 count on Keegan.
Yeah, it's a little tough here with 2 outs with the base loaded, but any other time without maybe with less than 2 outs or something. But he's going to have to hit his way on here, and infield's pushed back. He's going to have to get it through the infield, and if he can, he could probably get a couple runs with 2 outs plated.
The 0-2 is a chopper hit toward third. Going to be a tough play, but Washington gets to it in time, and the throw from Brady is scooped by Smith for the final out of the inning. So the Bulldogs threaten, but the Patriots hold them back. We head to the third, still scoreless between Martinsburg and Washington. This is EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. Back in 1 minute.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
We're back here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. John Allerton, our executive producer. Cameramen tonight are Aiden Sensabaugh and Dylan Bishop. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. Trip, as we head to the third pitcher's duel so far.
Yeah, we see, it seems like every time Lane gets on the mound, we get into a pitcher's duel there, and the young man is Coach Ethan Greenfield just texted me. he just can't seem to get run support when he's out there, and if he could get the 3 or 4 runs that some of the other guys got, he'd be sitting there at 2-0 easily with the numbers that he has. So hopefully, if he continues to dominate there, he can get some run support. But Washington's going to put the ball in play, and they're going to run the bases, and these young guys aren't going to go up there, with any anxiety or fear. So he's going to have to throw to them and try to get the ball, get them to get some soft contact or get some strikeouts here.
Our top of the third inning is brought to you by the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count with no outs here in the third. As Lane DeLauner still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Leading off this inning for Washington is McCarthy, the center fielder. He'll take that one just missing for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Martinsburg leaving 3 guys on base on that inning. Threatening, but wasn't able to score.
2-1 pitch is a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's McCarthy, Schoen, and Dupree due up for the Patriots. This one slapped in the right field. That will get down for a base hit. Could be more. McCarthy makes the turn, and it will just be a single as Alter got to it quickly out there in right field. But well hit baseball, and Washington with the leadoff single here.
Yeah, two-strike pitch up a little bit, so he able to slap that ball to right field after he was out in front of a couple pitches. He stayed back on that pitch that was out and away and just went with it. Great piece of hitting. So we'll see the number 9 guy, see if Washington opts to go with the kind of a sacrifice here to move him over since we're in such a tight game here, or if they opt to just called him.
They did get him. Great throw over from DeLauder, and another runner picked off in this game, Trip. It's been quite a few.
Great pick. I mean, he threw that, as McCarthy was out there kind of taking the step to get that second lead, just about the time that Lane turned and wheeled and dealed and threw a bullet over.
So now all of a sudden, as Oviedo makes the throw to first, it's 2 outs. As Gabe Schoen grounds out to the shortstop, Braden Oviedo. So what could have been a possible beginning to a big inning, quickly 2 down now and back to the top of the order with Dupree, who is off to quite the start so far, batting .571 to start the year. Him and Smith both batting over .500 trip.
Yeah, they hit it, man. They are tremendous. They have, when you look at those two, when you look at what Cam Moore and Colin Reed were able to do last year, those two have huge shoes to fill, and at the moment they are able to put up kind of numbers that we've seen out of those guys, and whether or not they can keep it up, that remains to be seen. But certainly has the capability to get that done, and they do it in similar styles with Dupree, with more of the left-handed single-double guy, and more of an extra base hit, larger body from Connor Smith.
1-1 pitch misses low for ball 2. Now you see some similarities definitely between those 4 players, and you hope for Washington that they can just get 1 through 9 to be productive consistently for them, because they've had some star players come through but haven't quite had the team success consistently there. I've always been a solid team that can knock you off, but
consistency hasn't been there yet.
This one hit on the ground. Buber gets to it. Throw to first is off the bag, and that will allow the runner to reach there in Dupree.
Dupree got, Buber there, had to go to the backhand. Looked up, seen Dupree running a hard 90 there, and just threw the ball up the line a little bit. So it's going to extend this inning a little bit for Washington, see if they can capitalize on the error and try to move Dupree around here with 2 outs.
So Lopez coming to the plate now.
You don't see a lot of errors out of Martinsburg middle, so you're not going to see that very often. Washington needs to take advantage of that.
First pitch is a called strike, 1-0-1 count here at 2 down.
See Lane kind of digging in. Not showing a tremendous amount of disgust there, but certainly kind of taking it on his shoulders here, reaching back, throwing.
This one hit on the ground, should be, that's going to be a foul. If it would have stayed fair, it would have been an easy play for Brown, but for the Patriots' sake, it's a foul ball and just another strike. 0-2 count here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. No score between Martinsburg and Washington on this rainy night here in Martinsburg, West Virginia.
First time we're starting to, as you watch Lane, pitchers are mental, and he looks like he is locked in after that little bit of an error, and I think he's gonna chase this strike out here. I think he's gonna pump it up a little bit, and we're hearing some crowd noise as we expected for the EPAC game, and see if it gets him.
Lane and Edwards seem to be miscommunicating on what they want the pitch to be here, so.
And
visit.
Here comes Kurt as well as Coach Kurt Zarnecki can speak into the catcher's ear as they use the electronic device, and whatever call was being made, I don't know if Lane couldn't see or if he disagreed with it, but anyway, he kind of gave it the kill. The kill signal towards Edwards, and then Edwards had to come out, and then Coach Zarnecki come out as well. So getting things straightened out there, seeing what Lane's comfortable with here with a 2 strike, 2 out pitch, making sure it's the pitch he wanted, and see if we can, if Lane can do something with Lopez at 0-2.
The 0-2 misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, 2 down, and a runner on first.
I think Lane wants to blow the ball by him. They might have called something off speed, and he shook it. So he wants to throw the ball hard and get the out.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Or not.
He called it safe.
Oh, he called it safe, yeah, so he should be coming back.
Jameer didn't cover the bag.
Okay.
as we got strike three. Jameer was coming off the field thinking that the ball didn't hit the turf. Umpire Jeff King was signaling safe the whole way as a strike three, but a drop third strike.
Right.
Jameer was coming off, and as Edwards come down the line to throw it to him, no one to throw it to, so everyone was kind of fooled there. So after an error and a drop third strike, now we've got runners at first and second with arguably one of Washington's best hitters up who can do some real damage.
Yeah, so some big mistakes here from the Bulldogs. 529 hitter Smith coming into tonight's game. 4 RBIs, which leads the team.
Did Robbie stay in to run? Did they have courtesy?
I don't see anybody running for him. That looks like him down there. And Lopez here with 2 outs. 1-1 count. And there's a big swing and miss for strike 2. Smith did strike out the first time. But some mistakes from Martinsburg have given Washington a chance to possibly take the first lead in this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down.
I think Coach Zernick has got to like what he sees from Lane as he's digging in, showing some grit here.
The 1-2 pitch to Smith misses outside for ball 2. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 on for the Patriots here and 2 down. Top half of the 3rd inning.
Haven't seen much off-speed or curveball from Lane. Be a great time here as they've been sitting on some fastballs.
The 2-2 pitch from DeLauder, hit on the ground towards second. Boober dives for it, can't get to it. It's in the right field. Coming in to score is Dupree, and Washington takes the early 1-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd.
Nice piece of hitting by Connor. After a couple of mistakes, Washington was able to capitalize when got the error by Boober, the drop third strike, the mental error over there at first as Jameer thought the ball's caught, and now you get a timely single out of Connor Smith on a 2-strike pitch. So great job by Washington to take advantage of some mistakes for Martinsburg.
Boober just barely couldn't get to that one, and Smith has the RBI single, his 5th RBI of the early season. And it's runners on the corners now for Washington as DeLauder checks the runners and steps off the rubber and resets. So what felt like it was going to be another quick inning with a single, pick off, and then a ground out. Some errors have extended it. Here's one hit up the middle toward DeLauder. He'll field his position cleanly and underhand toss it to Brown for the final out of the inning. But Washington gets on the board on the RBI single from Smith. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd with it being 1-0 Patriots. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzley, Trip Tobin here on the broadcast. Trip, update from that Hedgesville-Jefferson game.
Yeah, Hedgesville took a 5-2 lead. It looks like they scored 3 runs there in the 6th inning. So going into the bottom of the 6th, Jefferson comes to the plate, but Hedgesville's plated 3 runs on took advantage of 2 walks from Cole Smith, issued by Cole Smith, a single by Mason Carter, a sac fly by Mason Elliott. Cash Dunham single, all 3 sent those runners home. So 5-2 at the moment as Jefferson has some catching up to do here in the bottom of the 6th.
Bottom of the 3rd here between Washington and Martinsburg. Washington taking a 1-0 lead in that last half inning on the Connor Smith RBI single. Our bottom of the 3rd inning is brought to you by the team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the Tri-State, they have you covered. As it'll be Isaac Grove to lead things off here for the Bulldogs, who started the game with a leadoff single back in the first. Takes that first pitch for a called strike one.
These EPAC games are tight, and you see it around the EPAC as they play each other as well.
Grove a swing and a miss for strike two, 0-2 count. Yeah, it feels like a playoff game almost every night. It's just, mid-March. But all these ones obviously important. If you want to run the EPAC like Coach Byler said, you got to win them all. There's a swing and a miss, strike three. Earl starting to settle in here with the strikeout to Grove.
3-pitch strikeout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A dominant strikeout. Looks like the Musselman-Berkeley Springs game was postponed, maybe due to rain up in Musselman area. I know it was raining, but apparently there's no really update on the score unless they don't have their game changer up and running. So
Musselman used all their quick drive in that game last year, and they still haven't gotten.
So they're showing the next game
Anymore.
at Martinsburg, so it looks like they have postponed that game. Berkeley didn't want to drive all the way down because of the fear of rain, maybe.
Could have been it, yeah. That one fouled away from Boober. So Boober's sitting in here on an 0-2 count. So far, 5 strikes from Jackson Earl to begin this third inning.
Martinsburg desperately needs to give Lane some run support here so he can kind of get to cruising, get himself a win there, and certainly
0-2 taken for a ball just off the corner.
Certainly Washington, who we know a lot of these young men are just great competitors, and they're going to continue to, cheer and yell and get excited and do the things that they do as a young ball team. As Martinsburg has that what they call quiet arrogance about them. The more elder statesmen here, but these young Patriots are going to give Martinsburg all they can handle if Martinsburg doesn't start, swinging the bat.
2-2 swing and a miss, strike three. Boober goes down. It's back-to-back strikeouts. And how often do you see 2 Carson Boober strikeouts in a game? Jackson Earl winning that matchup so far. Braden Oviedo coming to the plate.
Yeah, Martinsburg giving up the run to the top. They certainly would want to respond, but looks like Washington's responding with a quick inning here. If Jackson can get Oviedo, as he got him on the first pitch, swinging on a curveball.
Oviedo grounded out his first time up. A swing and miss for that first pitch, strike one. Second one a called strike two. Washington was my team that I thought could be the sleepers in the EPAC this year, as they were a young team that had a lot coming back and didn't really feel like a lot of people were talking about them, as this one's fouled away. But obviously it's early in the season, but a win over Jefferson, possibly a competitive game, or maybe even a win here tonight over Martinsburg would set the tone after what looked like it was going to be a rough season, how they started with those first 2 games. But certainly, this young team has turned it around. They lost to Goretti 17-1, and then tough loss to Spring Mills.
Yeah, it's but you can't take any of them lightly. Like Coach Ballard said, we're 6-0. We just want to be 1-0 after tonight. Talking about their opponents, so they're going to be tested tonight as well as they have been a couple other times with the EPAC opponents. So never going to get easy when teams from the EPAC come in. The talent that's in this Eastern Panhandle is just tremendous, and a lot of teams around the area that aren't in the EPAC
2-2 pitch
know that.
Just fouled away by Oviedo. Off for a second. You're going to see this 1-2-3 of Martinsburg go down on all strikeouts.
Yeah, Oviedo barely got a piece of that pitch as it run in on him, and the catcher Robert Lopez wasn't able to keep it under control.
The 2-2 swinging him in. Oh, again he got a piece of it.
It ain't much, is it? Good thing he's swinging a metal back so they can hear that little ting, because it doesn't look like much of a foul from up here. As he went again with the fastball that runs in.
The 2-2 pitch. This is outside for ball 3. So it's a full count on Oviedo. If Martinsburg can extend this inning and get to the heart of the lineup, you never know what can happen, just like saw Washington extend that last inning to get to the top of the lineup, and Oviedo sends a rocket up the middle into center field for a 3-2, 2-out single.
Great job by Oviedo. Great job by him. Just seeing a lot of pitches at bat, fouling pitches off, and getting a pitch he could handle. Sent it right back up the middle, right at Jackson Earl's feet. Had him dancing there. So, that's what you want to do after your first two guys get out, especially 2 strikeouts, is you want to extend the inning as long as possible, make the pitcher throw as much as possible, try to respond. Don't give them a quick inning and let them continue keeping the momentum. So you got to, slow them down and try to force them to throw as many pitches as possible with 2 outs.
So Reisenweber is hit by a pitch his first time. And runner on first here. Ben will take that one high and inside for ball 1.
Still raining a little bit, drizzling, but the players have come up out of the dugout pretty much, so must not be raining as hard.
1-0 count, 2 down. Runner on first is Oviedo. The next pitch from Earl misses high and inside for ball 2.
2 outs, down a run. Oh, I'm going to see a timeout. 2 outs and a 2-0 pitch, and we get a timeout. Not sure if Coach Earl has seen something he wants to talk to his team about. He's talking directly to his pitcher. Pitcher's son is his son, of course, nodding his head, so he's giving him some direction. Not sure exactly what, but anyway, felt the need to come out and chat with him, chat with the players. Everybody's giving each other some fist bumps as, maybe they're talking about the possible steal, whether they're going to go after him or not. So I would assume that for any good reason they'd throw, not for any reason they wouldn't throw down. So Martinsburg being back picked and then sliding through the bag might play it a little safer here with 2 outs in the third, down a run.
Jackson Earl's pitch here, fouled away. Well struck by Reisenweber as it lands out by the parking lot.
I'd like to see it land at that blinking light up there, that flashing light.
2 balls, 1 strike. 2 out. Runner on first for the Bulldogs. The runner in Oviedo takes off for second. The throw down from Lopez is not in time. So runner in scoring position all of a sudden for Martinsburg trip after 2 strikeouts to begin the inning.
Yeah, and that's how these 2 teams have been. 2 quick outs in the third for both teams, and then both teams extending the inning as long as possible. So that's what good teams do. Oviedo's seen a lot of pitches, found one he could hit, then stole a base and held on to the base as he slid by.
3-1 pitch is fouled away, so it's a full count here on Reisenweber. We saw on a 3-2, Oviedo came through for a single right up the middle. Now he's standing on second after the stolen base. With 2 down here in the bottom of the third, 1-0 lead for Washington over Martinsburg. The pitch to Reisenweber. Misses low and outside for ball 4, so the Bulldogs extending the inning here in the third. And Christian Alter coming to the plate. He had a single his last time.
Yeah, Alter is just, like I said from the beginning, seeing him play, he's technically one of the best swings I've seen in a while. He does everything correctly. He just looks really good at the plate, and you see him, hitting around batting practice and all. He just has great hands, and doesn't let a lot of fastballs get by him. Puts the ball in play, doesn't strike out a lot. Just a great high school hitter.
Alter takes that first pitch for ball 1. Martinsburg coming into this game 6-0. Washington 3-2, coming off of a win over Hampshire and Jefferson. As that one misses inside for ball 2. Alter on the season came into the game hitting .267. And the 2-0 pitch to Alter is lined into right center field. That will get down for a base hit. Could be 2 as it rolls all the way to the wall. 1 run and Oviedo's in to score. Reisenweber on his horse coming to home. The throw to third is not in time. And it's a bases clearing 2 RBI triple for Christian Alter. So the Bulldogs take the lead now at 2-1. In this third inning, both teams got 2 quick outs. And then the offense is picking things up a little bit. Alter with the 2 RBI triple. The Bulldogs are in the lead.
Great piece of hitting by Alter. Like I said, he's just a tough out all around. He just, he stayed with the pitch. He took it the other direction and just hit it and skipped off that wet grass all the way to the wall for a triple. Runs the bases really well, and after 2 outs, like you said, they just, both teams just extend the inning and good things happened.
Rubenthal takes a healthy cut at that one. Difference is Martinsburg kind of hurt themselves more than Washington picked up their offense with some errors, as this will be earned run for Earl.
Yeah, the walk, so the single and then the walk, with the 3-2 walk, 3-2 count walk and a 3-2 count single after 2 quick strikeouts to 2 of the best hitters at Martinsburg has really pulled this momentum back, and they've taken the lead.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch here to Owen Rubenthal. Misses high for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Alter on third base. 2 down in the inning. Martinsburg now in the lead at 2-1.
That's after Washington got that, run, went up 1-0. The momentum shifted their way. Then the 2 quick strikeouts. That's why it's very important to tell your batter to extend the inning as long as possible.
A swing and a miss for strike 2 on Rubenthal. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner on third and Alter. Rubenthal's going to step out and have a conversation with Coach Byler.
Just 2 great jobs of guys with 2 outs and nobody on, just seeing a lot of pitches and just forcing the pitcher, the defense, to make a play. And if you come up to the plate and and your first 2 guys get out, your job at that point is to see as many pitches and keep that inning alive as long as possible and pass it down to the next guy. So both teams did a great job of that. Both teams scored with no outs and with 2 outs and nobody on. We figured out a way to get those batters on and get them across.
This one hit on the ground from Alter. It's a slow roller towards second. The throw from Schoen is in time for the final out of the inning.
I think you're going to see Coach Byler ask for an appeal. As Connor Smith had to dive for that, it looked like it's possible that he pulled for it. I mean, he eventually did pull off the bag, but we're going to see here if he had a good look at it. Not going to get the appeal.
So that will end the inning, and we will head to the top of the 4th of our score. Martinsburg 2, Washington 1. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Our score, Martinsburg 2, Washington 1. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. John Allerton, our on-site producer. Aiden Sensible, Dylan Bishop, our cameraman. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. It's 2-1 Martinsburg as both teams rally for runs in that 3rd inning. Connor Smith with an RBI double. And Christian Alter with a 2 RBI triple. And the Bulldogs in the lead in the bottom of the 3rd. We begin the 4th inning with the Lauder still on the mound for Martinsburg. Our top of the 4th is brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. Reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit fmiwv.com. First pitch coming here from DeLauder momentarily.
Seen DeLauder shake 3 times here. He got the pitch that he wanted, and it was a curved ball. Looks like it stayed up, didn't work well. A little hard getting a grip out there in the rain, so need to try to work those pitches in so he doesn't get too predictable.
Poltart Poltar leading off this inning. DeLauder hits the zone on that last pitch. The next one, breaking ball, called strike 2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Poltar. And the next pitch from Lane DeLauder is a swing and a miss, strike 3.
See DeLauder work his curveball that time around. Looks like he's going to try to mix it back in there. Was able to make his fastball that much faster when you can get your curveball working, your off-speed stuff, makes your fastball quicker. So getting into the 4th inning, maybe he's going to start to use some of these other pitches as he predominantly went curve or fastball to get the outs that he got the first 3 innings.
Second strikeout of the night for Lane. First pitch here called strike 1 on Earl. Next pitch is hit toward right field. Charging in is Christian Alter. He'll let it fall in for a base hit for Jamison Earl.
Ball ran in on him, and he kind of got it off the handle. Just got enough muscle to bloop it out into right field. A little bit of a soft contact single there, but he'll take it. Baseball is that way. You can get a soft contact single or a dying quill there. Sometimes you can line out, as it happened earlier today as well. So, it all works out in the end. But right now, Jamison Earl with a sort of a dying quill out to right field.
Brady hits one hard, but foul. Landon Brady at the plate down that first base line.
Final at Jefferson as Hedgesville was able to hold that 3-run lead the last 2 innings and come up with a 5-2 win over Jefferson. That improves Hedgesville, I believe, to 4-3. Jefferson falls to 3-2.
And that's now 2 EPAC losses for the Cougars. So, team that you typically expect to dominate or at least be toward the top. Definitely finding this year to be a little bit more challenging, at least. But we know with that coaching staff and the history of that program, as here runner takes off and a well-executed hit and run as Brady sends this one into center field. Bulldogs trying to make the throw in, and it's a good play out there in center from Grove, but he didn't throw it to the cutoff man, which allowed the runner to take second. So runners on second and third, but you did hold that runner at third base. So
yeah, Grove he had man on first. He was running on that. Grove was sort of thinking maybe throw home. The infield was looking to split the runners. The ball got over Oviedo's head on the throw in and allowed the Landon Brady to move up to second. So men on second and third after back-to-back base hits and 1 out.
First pitch misses inside from Lane DeLauder. DeLauder definitely upping the velocity on that pitch. So back-to-back singles from Earl and Brady. And now McCarthy at the plate for Washington. The next pitch is low for called strike there at the knees. I suppose at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the inning. The next pitch from DeLauder is a bunt attempt, popped up and heading foul as it bounces in front of that Washington dugout.
Yeah, great try there by McCarthy just to get the bunt down the first baseline. Just a little bit of a safety squeeze. Had he gotten it down, it was going to surely be a run there. So, but he popped it up and he pushed the bat up. It was a ball out of the strike zone that you didn't have to attempt at, but he did. So put himself in a hole.
1-2 pitch from DeLauder, the off-speed pitch, foul tipped into the glove for the final strike and the second out of the inning.
That was a great pitch by DeLauder. He's starting to use those other pitches, and I think you're just going to see the strikeouts rack up if he continues to use his other pitches to go with that fastball he's got.
That's his third strikeout of the day. This one he called strike 1 here to Schoen. Schoen grounded out to the shortstop Oviedo his first time up.
He's hooking up with the pitcher or the umpire here, Jeff King. Lane DeLauder is. Jeff's strike zone's down a little bit. We can't really see, but it appears that he's able to live in the bottom half of the zone, getting the calls there at the knees. So if he can stay there, hook up with the umpire, he can certainly be effective with a low fastball.
0-1 count here on Schoen with 2 down and 2 runners in scoring position.
Another young sophomore who's pitches, plays the middle for, he's led off for this team as well. So, they
that one hit up the middle, but it hit off that turf and then took an awkward bounce into the chest of Oviedo and allows the runner to come home to score, and Washington has tied it at 2. It's a weird play there, Tripp, with hitting that turf mound.
Yeah, hit the turf mound, and it kind of had a weird hop to it as Oviedo is very, very sure-handed, but hit that turf mound. Okay, we'll go back up the middle, hit that turf mound, and then just made a weird hop when it came off the mound, and then took that first hop off the turf, got up in Oviedo's glove side shoulder, and then he kicked it around on second base side. So once again, under Lauder out here getting, an unearned run. Second one tonight is not earned, so he's still with no earned runs tonight. And Martinsburg and Washington a 2-2 game. So just a great job by Schoen to get the ball in play and making things happen,
Yeah, I mean, he hit it hard enough for it to be a hit, but then it ended up hitting that turf rubber, so then it ended up, being a tough play.
Forcing DeLauder now to pitch to a guy who's hitting over 500 with a man on third. Now chance with 2 outs to take the lead as Washington has hit the ball pretty well with 2 outs.
And Dupree here to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Runners on the corners for the Patriots. Runner from first takes off. It's off the glove of Edwards. That'll allow the runner to take second easily. And Schoen. So Schoen on second. A runner on third as well for the Patriots. And Brady. So Brady on third, Schoen on second. 2-1 count, 2 down, and they're going to intentionally walk Dupree.
Probably not a terrible thing with the way he's hitting the baseball. Plus puts the force everywhere. So, you have to wonder, and that's a lot of times when you steal in that first and third, throwing your better hitters up, the thought process is to get 2 guys in scoring position, but it leaves first base open. And but it doesn't get much easier with Robbie coming to the plate. Robbie Lopez, who's grounded to a double play and then reached on that kind of odd drop third strike.
That one ran in and hit Lopez, and that's why you wouldn't want to intentionally walk, as Washington takes the lead now at 3-2. And now Connor Smith coming to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
No place to put Connor Smith. So it could, I think it was the right call there. I don't think any kind of Lane looked over like, why would we put the guy on? But, Dupree was batting 500. And
So far tonight, though, the Lauder had won that matchup, an error and a ground out for him. Or, I'm sorry, he did have a single that first time. Smith takes that one low for a ball, 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Lopez was batting 200 at this point, but we know he has talent, obviously, in that 2-hole for a reason. But I was going to say maybe the reason why you'd possibly move a guy like Smith into that 2-hole is you have that protection, though, at that 1-2. As there's a called strike 1, and you can't really walk anybody in that situation. But it ended up working out for Washington and didn't work out for Martinsburg. 2-1 count, 2 down, rain really coming down, bases loaded. And the Patriots in the lead at 3-2. There's a called strike 2.
Tough call there, as it just caught the inside plate from the righty as it crossed over. And, so second time that Smith has gotten called with an inner half fastball.
The 2-2 pitch outside for ball 3. Full count here on Smith with the bases loaded.
Lots of speed.
Washington.
Lots of speed out there with Lopez and Dupree on first and second. Anything in the in the gap is going to be clear these bases probably at 3-2 as they run.
Pitch to Smith, taken low for ball 4. The Patriots get another run in on the walk. Schoen coming in to score. And Martinsburg now trails at 4-2. And Washington has almost batted around this inning as DeWater will come to the plate. Again, 2 outs, and that's when the offenses start to figure some things out. The defenses either make some mistakes as well, and you see some rallies from the offenses with 2 outs in these last 2 innings, Trip.
Yeah, they make it. Certainly, both teams are making it really tough, to get out of the inning, for the pitcher to get out of the inning, as we've seen here. As the inning started off with a strikeout to Poltar, Earl gets the blooper single, then the single that was hit hard into center field. It got guys on second and third, and McCarthy strikes out. And then next thing you know, you get an error, an intentional walk, and then a hit by pitch, and then then a walk. So all these runs unearned after the error. But regardless, it's 4-2, and the inning's not quite going as DeLauder had wanted with the 2 outs. As he quickly got the 2 outs.
2 strikes here on Isaiah DeLauder, the hitter. With 2 outs and the bases loaded, the next pitch to DeWater is fouled away.
Lane's nearing the 70 pitch mark, so it's getting close to the pitch count that he might have been his ceiling here for March. Not sure what they had set him at, but I know Alter was scheduled to come in at some point as he got higher up into his pitch count.
This one a called strike 3. That might be the last pitch. I believe Coach Byler told me it would be 60, 70 pitches for Lane tonight before going to Christian Alter. So he gets the strikeout at the end of the inning, but Washington picks up some runs. They're now in the lead at 4-2. We'll take a 60-second break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Score big this month with a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great starting lineup of your favorite Toyota models on our lot. Right now, get 3.99% financing for 60 months on a new 2024 RAV4. Or check out a new 2024 Tundra and get up to $5,500 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Shoot and score at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Bottom of the 4th inning is brought to you by Mother Shucker's Crab Shack, located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. As we welcome you back here to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, John Allerton, our on-site producer, Aiden Sensabaugh, as well as Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, and back in the studio is Kyle McLaughlin. So, Trip, Washington has rallied for the lead here. We'll see how Martinsburg responds. As last half inning, when they got down 1-0, they came back to make it 2-1. Now 4-2 lead for Washington here in this bottom half of the 4th inning.
Yeah, they're going to want to respond here. I mean, for their pitcher, DeLauder, who's still, 0 earned runs here, and you want to give him some run support, as he starts to get up there in that pitch count. Look, like to see Martinsburg rally there, but Washington's got the momentum. A great team that they have, young guys, and they're very vocal. They put pressure on you through their noise. They make noise, and they they're exuberant over there. It's just Martinsburg's quietly kind of hangs around and gives himself an opportunity to win. So see if Jackson Earl, who's up to about 65 pitches, can keep Martinsburg from responding.
Well, he starts Jameer Brown with an 0-2 count. Brown did strike out his first time. And the next pitch from Earl is a swing and a miss, strike 3. So to lead off the 4th, it's a strikeout for the Bulldogs. That will bring Braden Edwards to the plate. Washington softball getting an 18-0 win over Martinsburg. So some shutouts in softball here tonight as Jefferson got an 8-0 win over Hedgesville. Hedgesville baseball getting the win over Jefferson. Musselman Berkeley Springs postponed, we believe, due to the rain, as this one misses outside for ball one. 4-2 our score here. 1-0 count. One down here on Martinsburg, and the next pitch from Earl is taken way outside for ball two. Two balls, no strikes, one out here in the inning.
Like Uber Eats showed up.
The 2-0 pitch misses outside for ball three. Did you place an order?
I didn't get asked.
Yeah.
I didn't know we called in.
The 3-0 pitch. That's a called strike one on the outside corner.
The 3-0 automatic?
Looked like it, yeah. But, I mean, I thought it was a 50-50 pitch anyway. So
Okay. A 50-50 3-0 is a strike then, right?
Yeah, usually. Edwards lines that one into right field, and that one gets down for a single, and then the right fielder, Jamison Earl, struggles with it, and that allows the runner, Edwards, to advance to second. So a single and an error, advancing Edwards to second there.
Yeah, great way for Martinsburg to respond here is Edwards, who was a little bit miffed last night at his plate appearances. I talked to him after the game a little bit, and he wasn't happy with that. Here he's been on base both times tonight, hit by a pitch and a nice single there that hit sharp enough that it was able to get up into the knees of the right fielder, ricocheted off and got past him and allowed him to move up to second. So Martinsburg with an opportunity to respond here to the two runs that they give up in the bottom of the inning unearned.
I'd say that what we've seen from Edwards here is at times there's been nights where you've talked to him and he hasn't been happy with his day at the plate, but then the next time out he improves and does a lot better. So I think that shows, even as a sophomore, his potential and his maturity in the game.
Yeah, he certainly, you're going to have some inconsistency out of younger players. And Washington sees it out of their guys, and you just see it across the board. And but his ability to put it behind him and move on certainly shows his toughness, and I think you'll see it throughout the years. He'll just continue to get more consistent.
0-1 count on Everhart is taken for a strike. 0-2 now with one down in the inning, and Edwards standing there on second base. Martinsburg trailing it 4-2 here in this bottom half of the fourth inning.
Wilt.
And yeah, you're right. Wilt now courtesy running out there for the catcher.
Yeah, the first strike on Everhart was a bunt attempt that I don't know if he just lost a grip of the bat, but the bat just kind of came loose in his hand there, and he wasn't able to get the bunt down. It was sort of a bunt for a base hit as he was kind of coming out of the box, but he lost, I think, the grip on the bat as his top hand come up to grip the barrel.
The 0-2 pitch misses outside for a ball. That will allow the runner to advance to third, so essentially now it's a better situation for Martinsburg, as they don't have to give up the out or possibly give up the out. As like you said, Everhart with the speed and was going for the bunt for the hit there. 1-2 count, runner on third. And now Everhart just needs to have some good contact here and can drive in that run, make it a one-run game. The pitch to Keegan is hit up the middle, off the pitcher Earl, and that's a throw to first in time for the out.
Yeah, any infielder but there would have scored that run, but nothing that Wilt could do there as it went directly back to the pitcher, even though it did. He didn't field it cleanly. He just knocked it down right there by his feet, and nothing that Wilt could do over there. He just could not score now. But infield was playing basically back, straight up. So if he would have got it to an infielder past that pitcher, certainly would have scored the run if he'd hit it any other place. But Keegan did all he could just to get it in play. Just unfortunately got right back to the pitcher, but great job by Jackson Earl.
Grove takes the first pitch for ball one. Isaac so far tonight, a single and a strikeout. Runner on third base is Wilt, the courtesy runner for the catcher Edwards. 2 down here in the inning. Washington 4, Martinsburg 2. The pitch taken for a called strike one.
Ball looked a little out from up here. But I'm not getting paid $100 a night to umpire, so I will keep my mouth shut, right? I don't get paid to call ball and strikes, so I might as well not call them on the air, right?
No, I guess not. You're not an expert. That one's high for ball 2.
Well, I'm an expert on it, especially from the third base box. Don't get paid to call them over there either.
That's true. Yeah.
Everybody can see it better than the guy right behind the plate.
It's 2-ball, 1 strike pitch is a called strike 2 on a nice breaking ball from Jackson Earl. Seen some good stuff from Earl tonight.
Yeah, he's working his curveball well, mixing these pitches, and that's what, at this level, if you mix your pitches, and you can throw the ball, 79, 80, 81, 82, 3 mile an hour, you can be really, really successful.
2-2 hit on the ground for third. The throw to Smith at first is in time. Landon Brady with a little bit of a low toss, but a good scoop from Smith. And that will end the 4th inning with Washington on top 4-2. We head to the 5th. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Lane DeLauder coming back out for another inning.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We're back here at P.O. Faulkner Park. 4-2 Washington on top of Martinsburg as we begin this top half of the 5th inning. Brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. As Nick Verzlin Triptobin here, our on-site producer, John Allerton. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. On cameras tonight, Dylan Bishop, as well as Aiden Sensabaugh. And that one way behind the batter here leading off the inning, Poltar.
Pretty close. It went behind Poltar by about 4 feet. DeLauder after 4 innings, as he regathered himself there and threw that one right down the middle. So telling Poltar, don't dig in there, brother. But 4 innings complete for DeLauder, 7 hits, 4 runs, none earned, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch, but one of those walks was intentional, I believe.
1-1, it hits off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike.
DeLauder is at about 75 pitches, give or take. Jackson Earl after 4 is 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks, and he's at 82 pitches.
The 2-1 pitch popped up high into the sky. Charging in is Grove from center over toward right center to make the catch for the first out. So Poltar going 1 for 3 so far on the day with a single strikeout and a fly out. That will bring Jamison Earl to the plate. Fielder's choice his first time and a single in the 4th. As Washington brought every batter to the plate in that 4th inning. That one fouled straight back into the netting.
Good thing I have my cup on. That one was coming. Did you hear it hit?
Earl a single and a fielder's choice so far. 1-1 pitch is foul or lined into left field off the glove of the charging in left fielder Everhart. It's going to roll all the way to that wall. Earl is into third easily with a stand-up triple.
Yeah, that ball was hit pretty hard, and Everhart, instead of coming back to instead of staying back on it, just knocking it down, he chose to charge it for nobody on base. Probably would have been certainly a lot better just to stay back, take that hop, and keep him to a single. charging it and knocking it down doesn't really change anything. But I think at first when it came off the bat, he had to be thinking he could make the catch. He got kind of caught in between there, not being able to make the catch, and it got away from him. Got all the way to the wall there for basically a single and probably an error that allowed him to get to third.
Yeah, definitely would say that was an error there from Everhart, but that one taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Brady, who did single his last time. Line out back in the second inning. This one taken for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the inning. And the next pitch from Lane DeLauder is a swing and a miss, strike 3.
Starting to get a little attitude out there, which is kind of what you want to see from your senior pitcher. You want him to have a little grit and a little chip on his shoulder and throw with a little anger, but controlled as the dugout over there gets kind of loud. And
this one hit hard up the middle. That will be a RBI single for McCarthy, the runner coming in to score in Earl. And Washington extends the lead to 5-2.
DeLauder chucking the wet ball over to the wall, and a little bit of a disgust there.
So 2 outs here in the inning, a runner on first, and Washington extending its lead to 5-2. 4 out of the last 5 outs for Martinsburg have been strikeouts from Lane DeLauder. As Schoen comes to the plate, he reached on error his last time up. He grounded out back in the third. First pitch here to him is low for a ball.
Velocity's picking up a little bit for DeLauder, as he certainly didn't want to give up that run there. Ball that got by Everhart to the wall, and then the ground ball single through the middle.
1-0 count, 2 on. The next pitch, a called strike.
Going to have to watch, not come and set there. You have Keith Allison keeping a good eye on him. Jeff King behind the plate, so needs to come set.
1-1 pitch, 2 down in the inning. Runner takes his lead off first, takes off for second there, and McCarthy and slides in safely. No throw there, but actually I believe.
Yeah, it was timeout. He came set before Schoen was actually in the box as he's watching the runner. The ball's never really put back in play. So
next pitch, throw down to first. After that one gets away now from Brown and heads into right field. Bulldogs just earning themselves, it feels like, more so than anything. I mean, Washington, give them credit, they came through when the runners have been in scoring position, but I don't believe still Lane's runs have been all unearned, right? So
yep,
it's been a lot of defensive mistakes helping out Washington, but also give credit to Washington for taking advantage.
Well, actually, the triple and the single would give up the game changer give the triple. I would say it was an unearned run at this point, as the ball could have been played and held to a single. Game changer has a triple and a single. We have a single with the 2-base error, and then a single, which allowed the run to score. So, yeah, either 1 run or no runs earned for DeLauder so far.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Lane gets another strikeout there on Schoen. And
makes 7.
Yeah, that will end the inning as Martinsburg will head to the bottom of the 5th, trailing 5-2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back at 60.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations Robert Fields & Sons hope to see you at the 27th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show, April 6th and 7th at the Martinsburg Roundhouse to learn about what they provide whenever a loved one has passed away. Their booth number is FS48. Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations is the trusted name in funeral service in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson, proudly serving the area since 1880 and are proud to be a part of the 27th Annual Eastern Panhandle Home Show.
Bottom of the fifth inning brought to you by the Wagner Law Firm, West Virginia's premier DUI defense attorney. Visit westvirginiaduilawyers.com. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Trip, as we head to this bottom half of the fifth. Martinsburg coming back to the plate now down by 3 at 5-2.
Yeah, the Lauder's line after 5 innings, 9 hits, which is kind of, we didn't quite see that coming out of the young Washington team, but they sat on some fastballs, hunted down some fastballs, and were able to get some first pitch fastballs that they were able to jump on, and then later in the inning, later in the accounts also was able to get some hits. But 9 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned, maybe no earned, depending on how you play, how you call the triple out there. 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and is right at around 88 pitches. So not sure if he'll come back out or not, but it's been a pretty good night for him as far as that goes, but there's been times when he was hit and then some untimely errors and walks to go with them, with 2 outs that extended those innings. So not being able to put Washington away with 2 outs.
Weber hits a ground ball toward third. Brady gets to it, throws the first collision there between both Smith and Buber. And down there at first they rule it out. Close play.
That was an extremely close play there. Buber come down the line. The ball came up the line. Smith caught the ball, kind of stayed on the bag, and the collision happened, and I thought that maybe he dropped the ball or didn't get the ball, but he held on to it, and umpire Keith Allison rules that he was on the bag with the ball before Buber got there.
So this one's fouled away by Oviedo. So it's an 0-for-3 day for Carson Buber as he grounds out on the 5-3. Oviedo so far, single stolen bases last time, and grounded out his first time to third. This one taken outside for a ball. So kind of even at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And it's Jackson Earl trying to continue his success out there on the mound. This one fouled away. Jackson going for the first win against the Bulldogs this season, trying to make it 4 straight for Washington. Martinsburg 6-0 on the year. A 1 ball, 2 strike pitch is popped up into right field. Charging in is Jamison Earl. He makes the catch for out number 2. So Oviedo flies out to right, and that will bring Reisenweber to the plate.
Nice play by Earl out there as he had to come a long way for that bloop. Great pitch by Jackson Earls. He just staying away from these Bulldog hitters with his curveball. And Oviedo reached out there to try to push that ball in the gap, got under it and blooped it, and Jameson came running in and made a running catch.
Pitch here to Reisenweber. Misses outside for ball 1. So far, Ben hit by a pitch and walked. So been productive at the plate. The 1-0. Misses inside for ball 2.
Earl reaching that 90-pitch mark as well, so a few pitches, 20 pitches left for him as far as the limit goes, and we haven't seen anybody down there warming up, so maybe he's going the distance this early, but could be someone from the field as well. But at this point, Cruz really hasn't labored in too many innings, so at this point, he looks like he's the guy.
3-0 count here with 2 down to Reisenweber. And the next pitch misses inside for ball 4. So for whatever reason, Ben Reisenweber hasn't seen a lot to hit tonight.
Been hit by a pitch, walked and walked. So that gives him an 0-for-0 night.
Yeah.
It's like he hasn't been here.
Boost that on-base percentage, which is what they're looking for in their lineup here at Martinsburg.
The issue is that you don't have any of those boxes of his colored in.
It's true.
That's what they need to do once he gets on.
This one taken for a strike. They did come through with the 2 RBI triple from Alter last time. And Alter here sitting in on an 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Christian has definitely had the best day for Martinsburg. 2 RBI triple and a single so far. So maybe Martinsburg can extend this inning and then get something going here out of the 5-hole from Alter. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball called strike 2. Earl, though, has pitched well. Like we mentioned it throughout the game, holding this Martinsburg offense to just 5 hits so far.
Yeah, mixing his pitch as well. Mixing that curveball in for a strike. Also being able to throw it away from hitters. So great job by Earl.
The 1-2 misses outside. Tough pitch, though. As that one kind of fell out of the zone at the last moment. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Junior Hornets Ryan Child, the manager, got to be happy as he's added Jackson Earl to his Hornets pitching staff for the summer.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and that one misses outside for ball 3.
Done a really good game here tonight against a very good lineup. Martinsburg's opting to just kind of play it safe with Ben there as they're down 3 runs, not wanting to really give out the out. Looks like he might go on the 3-2. Has to go. Sorry about that.
Alter fouls it away.
I forgot about the first out with Boober, so I was thinking 3-2, 1 out.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first, and Ben Reisenweber with Martinsburg trailing Washington here 5-2 in the bottom half of this 5th inning. Earl delivers the next pitch. This one popped up in the shallow infields. Dupree makes a difficult catch in the rain for the final out of the inning. And we head to the 6th. Our score, Washington 5, Martinsburg 2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Spring is that perfect time for your outside oasis. RAI Properties has been in business for 20 years. They do fences, patios, decks, and more. They'll even help you with HOA management, making it easy on you when it comes to dues, collections, violations, and those pesky monthly reports. Call them for an estimate today at 304-200-3144 or visit www.raiproperties.com. Tune into the Sports Mix to hear from former and current local standout athletes.
It's been crazy, man. All the love, all the support, everyone reaching out to me. This is what I dreamed of when I was younger and stuff, and to have an opportunity to show them and do what I can do, it meant the world to me.
Co-hosts Colin McLaughlin, Nick Verzolini, and Dylan Bishop break it down weekdays from noon to 1 and re-aired from 5 to 6 right here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, and the TV 10 Facebook page.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Our score, Washington 5, Martinsburg 2. Christian Alter coming in to pitch. The Lauder 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. As we got a pitching change here with Christian Alter coming into the game for Lane DeLauder. Our pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your Total Insurance Solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Tripp, seen a little bit from Alter this year. So far, he's been very good out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's been really good out of the bullpen. We've seen him throw the ball really well. Give Martinsburg an opportunity to come back a couple of times. He's followed up some games for Lane DeLauder. With Lane DeLauder, they've been a great 1-2 punch. And both times he was able to hang in there, give Martinsburg a chance to win, and which they did, of course, being 6-0. But he's got to do the same thing tonight. Going to have to keep Washington from scoring any more runs. Give his team a chance to try to get 3 runs, get back in this thing here. As Jackson Earl has kind of taken over here on the mound and kept Martinsburg at bay pretty much. They had a couple runs there in that 3rd inning that they responded after that 1 run cross for the Washington. They responded with 2, but wasn't able to respond in the 4th or 5th as Washington was able to put up 3 runs and 1 run respectively. So Alter coming in, his job is to get 6 outs without letting Washington score any runs and give his team a chance to get back in it.
Dupree comes in here to lead things off. The leadoff hitter from Washington, a single, error, and a intentional walk back in the fourth. Christian Alter on the year, 4 1/3 innings of work. He's 2-0. 3 hits given up, 3 strikeouts.
The intentional walk, bit in Martinsburg, but it's the play. I mean, you can't, you're in a one-run game or a tie game. You can't throw to a guy who's hitting almost 600 when you have the guy behind him doesn't quite have that certainly doesn't have that average. So he puts force at every base, and it gives you a better chance to get the guy at the plate out. Unfortunately, DeLauder caught the shirt of Dupree, and the inning took off after that.
This one lined towards short, so Vieira makes the play. Lopez getting hit by that pitch, but Dupree.
After Dupree was intentionally walked, which I believe was the right call. Lopez not having the average that Dupree had got hit on the shirt there, and allowed the inning to kind of extend. And then from there you got the walk from Smith before Isaiah DeLauder struck out to end that inning after giving up those 3 runs. Martinsburg, that is.
So this will bring Lopez to the plate here with 1 out in the inning. He hits it hard on the ground past the glove of Reisenweber and into left field. So Robbie Lopez with a 1-out single.
New left fielder out there, looks like Logan Wilt. Yep, left-handed Logan Wilt out there. So Keegan Everhart's moved to right. And the infield basically stayed intact with Reisenweber, Oviedo, Buber, Jameer around the horn. Edwards behind the plate. Center fielder Isaac Grove with Alter on the mound here.
Next pitch is fouled away by Smith. 0-1 count. So Washington with the runner on first after the 1-out single from Robbie Lopez. And again, they didn't courtesy run for him again, right?
Doesn't look like it. They're playing with the straight 10.
This one hit on the ground from Smith. It's a slow roller. Throw to first. Unable to get it over there is Brown. Reisenweber's throw was low. Runner comes into third. It's now runners on second and third for the Patriots. And now the throw gets away from the catcher, Edwards. That allows Robbie Lopez to come home to score the throw to third. Safe. So Martinsburg continuing to make errors. And
2 at a time. 2 on 1 play there. So
gosh.
You get the error on the throwing error from Reisenweber as he come across the diamond. The ball got down to the corner. You had Keegan and Jameer down there. Happened to chase it down. I'm not quite sure who threw it home and up the line when the runner had stopped, but they threw it up the line, skipped off the turf, past Edwards, and a grounder to third. Ends up with a Little League triple for Connor Smith.
And the 6th run in the game, which extends the lead to 6-2. And now that will bring DeLauder to the plate, Isaiah DeLauder.
I didn't even know Connor was that fast.
1-0 count here. Pitch misses low for ball 2.
A triple and a ball hit to third, you got to be fast. Or someone has to throw the ball around a lot. So someone in the bullpen. Looks like Dupree might be warming up down there.
That one misses low for ball 3. So Bulldogs in a tough situation here with 1 out. A runner on third. And for Washington, they're looking to take advantage of it. DeLauder so far hitless in the game. A pair of groundouts and a strikeout looking his last time. That one low for ball 4. So Washington draws another walk. And we'll bring it to Poltar here.
Martinsburg with 5 errors at home on the turf is something that we would never have thought we would probably see or hear of, but tonight it has happened. By some, certainly by some guys who rarely make mistakes, and you'll see them make one here and there, but it's really tough when they all add up at one time, and it makes you look like it's bad baseball.
This one's fouled away by Poltar. Well, we're talking about it a lot with what Martinsburg wants to do to teams, and that's put the pressure on the defense. And if you put the pressure on, you're going to have opportunities. And it feels like Washington's done that. They've at least put the ball in play. And Martinsburg's made some mistakes here at the high school level as there's a breaking ball called for a strike.
Yeah, when you give up 9 hits, 5 errors, and 3 walks, that's 17 men on base. And you're going to see those guys score.
So Washington holds a 4-run lead here. That one fouled away. Now 0-2 count with 1 out. Christian Alter steps off. The rubber now steps back on and resets with Smith on third and DeWater on first. Pitch here to Poltar's foul down that third base line.
And he had a drop third strike, so it's not going to show up in the books either as a free base. So been a tough night. Martinsburg still, though, not out of this. We've seen them with fireworks down 3. We've seen Boober with a 3-run walk-off. We've seen them come back. And
breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3 on Poltar. So 2 outs now.
Yeah, slow breaking ball up that had him kind of waiting on it, then he swung through it.
Earl so far, 2 hits. Reached on either a triple or a single with some errors last time. But either way, he's coming to the plate here. And a 2-hit game and a fielder's choice.
If you want to score this thing pretty tight and take that triple away into a single, this is a 6 unearned runs Martinsburg has given up. So very uncharacteristic of a Bulldog team that one of their biggest strengths is certainly that defense that's out there, and it will be as we move forward.
Yeah, it's been a tough one so far for Martinsburg defensively. 0-1 count here with 2 down. Runners on first and third. The next pitch from Alter to Earl is another breaking ball fouled away.
Give credit to Earl, though, on that single triple. He hit it hard.
Yeah.
And he forced Everhart to make a decision whether to come in and try to, dive for the liner or stay back, and got caught in between. He hit it hard enough that when it hit the ground, it skipped the by, and he was all the way to the fence.
Runner takes off into water. No throw down there at the runners on the corners and 2 outs. So 1-2 count.
2 strikes. You don't want to throw down with 2 outs. Washington knowing is probably giving the base up with 2 strikes, 2 outs. Smart base running there to take it.
And the pitch here from Alter is lined back up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Oviedo, but he got to it. Throw to first in time. Braden Oviedo making it look easy there at short, which has been rare tonight for the Bulldog defense. But the final out of the inning ends the top half of the 6th. On the ground out, we head to the bottom of the 6th. Martinsburg trailing in this one 6-2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
So that puts Schoen, who's number 3. Yep, looks like.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. As got some defensive changes that we're figuring out here. It's Gabe Schoen down there at short. McCarthy at second. Smith and Brady remain at first and third. Lopez behind the plate. New pitcher. We get to that here in a second. Poltar, Earl, and DeWater from left to right in the outfield trip.
That would okay. Yeah, I see Poltar out there. Earl moved over from right. DeLauder enters the game now from the DH position, so a straight swap on the DH. So as Jackson Earl comes out of the game, Isaiah DeLauder enters the game, and we have a little bit of a shake-up.
Dupree now doing the pitching. Jackson Earl's night done. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Very impressive pitching performance from Jackson Earl here tonight.
Yeah, Earl throwing a great game against a great EPAC opponent. Connor Smith threw a great game against Jefferson to get a win. So, these guys are showing that though they're young, they have some depth. Martinsburg, the elder statesmen here, certainly have 6 outs to work with, and they're not going to waste them. As we've seen in their 6 games, they've had a few come from behind victories, and they're not haven't quite been down, I don't believe, 4 runs with 6 outs to go, but they've been down at least 2 runs and have figured out a way to fight back, and expect them to do that here this evening.
Our pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance. In Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. 0-1 count here. Dupree, the new pitcher. Our pitching changes there. And our bottom of the 6th is brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. So 2-1 count. The next pitch is high for a ball.
Martinsburg needing to, get runners on anyway at all, pass it down to the next guy on deck. Washington chasing 6 outs here for the EPAC victory.
Rupenthal draws a walk the second time tonight. He's done that. Walk and a ground out so far. Jameer Brown, pair of strikeouts. He'll come to the plate here.
Number 27, Jameer Brown.
Jameer, certainly looking to find his way on base anyway at all. Needs to not worry about, put those put those strikeouts behind him and just, try to work this count, take some pitches. At this point you're down. You have to take a few pitches until you get a strike probably, unless you find one, right down the middle of the heart of the plate, your pitch. Other than that, you're probably taking and, trying to extend this inning as long as possible, get as many people on base, and chip away at this lead.
2-0 count here for Dupree, and that pitch is a called strike 1.
Dupree wanted that last pitch on the outer half, didn't get it. Did get this inner half one. Now Jameer's kind of on his own, probably green light.
This one popped up, shallow right field. The water coming in. Second baseman gets to it, and McCarthy, and then the throw to first almost got the double play. But
Owen Rubenthal is out there trying to figure out if that ball's going to drop or not, as they both give chase, and it kind of got in no man's land, and he took an extra step as McCarthy come flying through to make the catch, threw across his body and threw a dart back over to Connor Smith, but Owen just barely beat it back. So tough spot there for Owen, but couldn't get doubled off there.
This pitch, half-hearted swing from Edwards, takes a big high chop, and then Dupree fields it easily and throws to first in time. 2 outs now. Runner does advance to second with Rupenthal now in scoring position for Keegan Everhart. So
seen
ground
Edwards,
out there for Edwards.
Yeah, I've seen Edwards a couple of times to get a check swings. As he says something to Sven on the way by, those guys were teammates all summer in the state champion junior team. But, that's just like the 3rd time we've seen Edwards kind of check swing right back to the pitcher or easily to the shortstop. Have to cut that bat loose as Everhart takes strike 1 down the gut. 2 outs, man on second.
The 1 pitch to Keegan Everhart is a breaking ball that misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second base. 2 down. It's 6-2. Martinsburg on top, or Martinsburg trailing Washington, I should say, here in the bottom half of the inning.
Right over your head.
There wasn't a fence, yeah. Or net. Time called here by the home plate umpire.
Everhart 0 for 2 tonight. Looking, he needs to extend this inning. A lot of damage has been done with 2 outs by both of these teams, so especially Washington, of course, as they have been able to extend innings. Martinsburg looking to do the same.
This one misses inside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Runner on second base for the Bulldogs and Rupenthal. Dupree delivers the next pitch, low and outside. Full count.
Rubbing down that ball as that one kind of got away from him. He's kind of been around the plate. He hasn't thrown what we'd call any wild pitches. That one got away.
A 3-2. Lined hard by Everhart into left field, but right there to make the play is Poltar for the final out of the inning. We head to the 7th. It is Washington 6, Martinsburg 2. We're back in 1 minute. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and T10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We welcome you back here as we begin the top half of the 7th inning. It is Washington 6, Martinsburg 2 here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzlini, Trip Tobin on the broadcast. John Arlington, our on-site producer. Dylan Bishop and Aiden Sensible running our cameras tonight. And Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio. As this top half of the 7th inning is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com.
Now batting number 6, Lane Brady.
Washington looking to add on to the 6-2 lead. And Martinsburg will try to rally in the bottom half of the 7th. As Alter, though, he's trying to shut the door here. This one lifted out toward right field. And charging in, making the play for the out is not Christian Alter. That is
Everhart.
Everhart now in right as Wilt taking over in left.
Yeah, Everhart, hit the ball as hard as anybody tonight and lined it right to the left field to end the inning and shut down that could have been switched in places there with the runner on second base. But Everhart was denied that as it was right at the outfielder, so Martinsburg unfortunately not able to respond in the 6th, and Seren Dupree doing his job of just keeping Martinsburg at bay.
This one popped up behind third. Oviedo calls everybody off and makes the play, so it's 2 fly-outs, pop-outs to begin the inning as Brady flew out and then McCarthy popped out. That will bring Gabe Schoen to the plate, the number 9 hitter.
Number 3, Gabe Schoen.
Ball skied a mile high.
Yeah. 2 of them hit pretty high up there on this off and on rainy night in Martinsburg. We're off tomorrow, then back for Thursday as the Bulldogs head to Musselman for what should be a great contest. Like, this one's been highly entertaining at 6-2. That one fouled away there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. And the next pitch from Alter to Schoen is high and inside for ball 2. But if this score holds, it'll be the first loss of the season for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, who are 6-0. Washington winning 3 straight, looking to make it 4 straight. And the 2-1 pitch from Alter is fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's been a long, long time as I can remember that anybody who has swept their EPAC games, regardless, it's just a tough place to play, and each, in and out each night, and your non-conference games with the Alleghenies and those tough Mercersburgs that Washington had to play. I mean, when you have to fill in around your EPAC, it's really tough to, because you're just facing quality teams all the time, and it starts to wear on you. cold weather, but Washington starting off slow. It looks like they could possibly be in a four-game win streak, as Martinsburg's had a 6-game win streak if they don't come back.
You're most likely not going to win them all in baseball. There's a lot of games, a lot of good competition here in the Eastern
Just got to win
Panhandle.
2/3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to win them when they count, right? In May.
If you win 100, you'll probably be the best team in MLB. But you'll still have to lose
In the
third
first
of
round to the Rangers.
Yeah.
1-0 count here.
Showing through that walk to extend the inning, as Washington's done all night with 2 outs. They haven't gone away 1, 2, 3.
No, they have not. Since the first inning, I believe, they ended up because of the pickoff. But
nice play out
wow.
there.
Logan Wilt running over there and left, and a ball that I thought was going to head out of play.
He went all the way to the fence up and he got it. Great play out there by Wilt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, but not 2, 1, 2, 3 to end that inning. Martinsburg's got their hands full, down to their last 3 outs, down 4.
Well, to the bottom of the 7th after this, 6-2 our score. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV Tech.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dungeness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over. Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Jay Earl.
Welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Bottom of the 7th inning, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. If I'm not mistaken, Trip, this is the first bottom of the 7th of the year, so you finally get your bottom of the 7th for reading.
I know.
That's why we give you the lineups, though, as well, so we make sure
good.
we get to you.
Make sure you get in.
But
yeah.
Number 25.
We got you here tonight. EPAC play, you're going to get more of these, I feel like. Sure.
Yeah. Get to the bottom of the 7th a few times.
6-2 our score. Washington on top of Martinsburg, and the first pitch here from Dupree is a called strike 1 to Isaac Grove.
Martinsburg down to their final 3 outs as Washington has pressured all night long, taking what Martinsburg gave them, took advantage of 6 errors Martinsburg committed. I don't think they've committed 6 errors in the 6 games that they've played, but put 6 on the board tonight, and just very uncharacteristic of their defense.
1-1 pitch, a big swing to Master strike 2.
But not totally surprised at what Washington could do. I mean, we knew this Dupree and Smith coming in was going to swing the bat and put pressure on. We knew the young guys were going to have some ball get in the dirt. We knew the young guys were going to be noisy in the dugout, and they were going to come in and, put pressure on these guys. Martinsburg not able to run a tremendous amount. They got picked off, caught stealing.
2-2.
To go with those 6 errors, so base running mistakes, sliding by the bag, getting back picked, just a couple of things, a lot of things tonight. That's just not what Martinsburg usually does.
3-2 though, hit hard in the left field, and it is down for a single. So Grove with the leadoff single, and the Bulldogs won't go down at least without a fight. To lead off the 7th, obviously going to need a big inning here from Martinsburg. Carson Buber coming to the plate.
Number 5, Carson Buber.
2 strikeouts and a ground out so far.
I predict it to come down to the last out.
That's it. Usually you do have to get all of them to win, though. That
That's
one
right.
misses outside for a ball.
I don't know if you'd catch that or not. It always comes down to the last out, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's true. That went high for ball 2. Runner takes his lead off first. Next pitch to Boober. Called strike 1. Carson, of course, had that 3-run walk-off home run against Frankfurt in extra innings. So I'm wrong there. We've already had a bottom of the 7th strip. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, you had that one.
Yeah.
Probably didn't get credit for it, though. Y'all were too excited.
I don't know. I wasn't here, so.
I don't know. I think you've settled in after the 3rd inning. You've kind of come back to Martinsburg.
Thank you.
Took you about 6 outs. What you got there?
3-1 pitch misses inside for ball 4. And we got runners on first and second here for the Bulldogs with nobody out.
Martinsburg's going to make it interesting. You know, I think anytime you play EPAC, if it would have been the other way around, if Martinsburg would have been up 6-2, Washington would have made it interesting. So, that's just what you have when you bring these EPAC teams together. There's so much talent. And
pitch to Oviedo, called strike 1.
Tremendous amount of talent here, especially with these two groups that we know a lot about. Seen them play all last spring, all last summer, just know what they're about.
The 0-1 count, fouled away. 0-2, like I said, these two teams saw each other in extra game last year.
Yeah, they got an extra game in Myrtle Beach. Kind of felt like this game a little bit where Martinsburg just didn't seem like they was in it. And Washington just took it. And at the moment, up to this point, Washington has taken this one.
0-2 count here. And then there's the big debate on if that game actually counted.
You got Grove giving signals.
When it came to the standings.
Grove giving signals to the batters caused Robbie Lopez to go out and talk to Sven Dupree about the signal count, as I don't think Grove was even trying to be funny. He just put the 1-up out there saying fastball. So the battery here has got it together, going to mix up their signals so they don't give it away, as we got an 0-2 count and a big pitch here to Oviedo and a big at bat.
The 0-2 to Oviedo is a late swing, and they're going to say a foul ball. Or a dead ball. Must have hit him.
Getting a foul ball in the box. They say. Oviedo ran it out. He didn't sell it very well. It's got one of the Washington guys saying, what are you talking about? And Oviedo coming back as he was running that out. It might have double hit the bat there.
Yeah, it could have been that as well.
It didn't really seem like it hit Oviedo, but again, my nose isn't down there on the plate, and I'm not getting paid to call it, so we'll just keep it.
The 0-2 misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runners on first and second for the Bulldogs.
Oviedo found his way to get the one that starts putting pressure and tension into.
This one hit well out toward left center field. And it's over the head of the center fielder. And a run is in to score for the Bulldogs to make it 6-3.
The tying run comes with the plate with nobody out.
Yeah, so not going down without a fight here is Martinsburg. With Ryzen Weber coming to the plate as Oviedo sent a moonshot out there to left center. And
center fielder Josh McCarthy lost it out there.
McCarthy's playing second now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Who is that out there in center? I believe it's Earl, possibly?
Yeah, maybe Jameson Earl. I thought he was in left. I'm kind of
Look at the Washington game changer. They had it earlier, and I
we got
meant to write it down, but I don't believe I did.
Now you've taken the force off.
Schoen is at short, and
they're showing
McCarthy is in second with Dupree on the mound.
I don't know why they've got game changer messed up, but I'm not sure who's out there. It looks like Jameson Earl.
It is. Yeah, Earl's in center, DeLauder's in right, Poltar's in left.
Okay. Things have really gotten interesting here with nobody out. Ryzen Weber, the tying runs at the plate.
Two runners in scoring position as well for a 1-1 count. Runners on second and third. The pitch here high for a ball. I'm starting to hear that Martinsburg dugout now. They're starting to believe.
Reisenweber also spent the whole summer with Dupree, knows what he has. Dupree knows what Reisenweber can do, so a battle of guys who know each other pretty well.
2-1 misses inside for ball 3. 6-3 ball game. Martinsburg battling back here in this bottom of the 7th.
The frustration that Martinsburg showed in the field, and the Lauder on the mound a little bit now, you're seeing coming from the Washington side.
Next pitch, high for ball 4. Ben Reisenweber, they don't pitch to him. That's his.
He's 0 for 0 tonight with 4, hit by pitch and 3 walks. And now we're going to see Coach Earl come out and talk to Sven Dupree as it brings Kristen Alter to the plate, who's got a single and a triple. A triple here would put the winning run at third with nobody out.
Yeah. What a crazy turn of events this would be if Martinsburg were to come back and win this one. And it's definitely possible with the bases loaded.
You can't
in a
count
6-3 game. And nobody out especially is huge right now.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago we were talking about Martinsburg off to a 6-0 hot start. And then, Washington possibly going on a 4-game winning streak. And now we're back to, now we're right at
anybody's game.
All the anxiety moving back to the underdog, supposedly Washington. Now the pressure is on them as Martinsburg has nobody out, trying to stay out of the double play here and just pass the baton down to the next guy on deck.
Here's the pitch high for a ball. 1-0 count here on Christian Alter. As you mentioned, he had that triple earlier.
Dupree talking to himself a little bit there is like.
The 1-0 from Dupree. Called strike 1.
Alter has to take all the way there after after there's a walk and the ball, especially when you're down, 3 runs. So now he'll be green lighted.
The 1-1 pitch popped up in the deep left center field. Going back is Poltar. Poltar can't get to it. It falls in. 1 run will score easily. Oviedo rounding third. Reisenweber into third as well. Oviedo's in to score. It's a 2 RBI double, I guess we'll call it, as Poltar never really got a glove on it. And Christian Alter drives in the runs again for the Bulldogs.
Winning runs at second, nobody out. Rupenthal's up, left-handed. All he's got to do is pull the ball. He'll get the tagging run in. Washington's going to have to pull the defense up here, apparently, or it appears. So I think double play is not in. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change as we're going to try to, I believe, probably get Connor Smith maybe. Who's he pointed to? Not sure if he's. If Keith Allison's trying to tell Dupree to calm down a bit. I think you're going to see McCarthy. It'd be McCarthy.
He pitched last week.
Extremely tough spot here.
Yeah.
The home team, nobody out, second and third, and here's Martinsburg trying to come back after playing some of their, or in a baseball game where they twice now, 2 nights in a row where they haven't had their best A game and still in the game every night shows, the determination. Certainly would have thought coming into this inning that, the way they've played throughout the night and the way their heads kind of hung a little bit, at times as things just wouldn't go their way, that they were on for their first loss. But 4 runs have been erased down to 1 run, with that 1 run being 90 feet away and the winning run being 180 feet away with a left-hander at the plate who can pull the ball to the right and easily score a run. And with the infield drawn in, you could probably push it through and win the game.
Yeah. Nobody out, so
Rupenthal could be the hero again.
Yeah, for sure. And what seemed like, we were trying to maybe predict who could be our player of the game, since we got to kind of figure that out for Dylan, and we weren't really sure necessarily.
You're going to give it to Reisenweber for being 0 for 0?
But now Martinsburg has rallied back and has made it a game all of a sudden. I mean, they weren't out of it completely, but it did seem like a tall task, obviously down 4, and they hadn't really had much offense in these middle innings.
Well, I think if Martinsburg can pull this off, which they're in a great position, Alter coming in to pitch and the single and the triple certainly puts him in the front run.
Right, yeah.
Rubenthal could
have a walk-off.
Have a walk-off here. Of course, McCarthy could be the player of the game if he can get 3 straight outs here. So a lot can happen. As they're going to put him on and go for Jameer Brown, who struck out twice, and they're going to pull the infield in and come home.
Now this bottom of the order is combined for just 1 hit.
Number 27.
2 strikeouts from Brown, a fly out. Hit by a pitch for Edwards, a single and a ground out. Everhart a ground out, and another ground out as well. So, they've struggled from the bottom of the order as Brown takes that one outside for ball 1. But with the bases loaded and nobody out.
The tough part about walking Everhart with a brand new pitcher is now he can't. He has to. Rubenthal. It doesn't really give McCarthy a chance to warm up. There was a base open. Maybe he could fish around there, but of course it makes it a little tougher on the defense with a base open with no a tag at home. But still, tough for McCarthy.
The 1-1 is hit deep center field. And Earl makes the play. The throw home from center field is cut off by Smith. We're tied at 6.
Ball game.
So Jameer Brown comes through with the sacrifice RBI to tie the game here in this bottom of the 7th, as it was 6-2. Martinsburg trailed Washington heading into this bottom of the 7th. The Bulldogs have rallied. It all started with a leadoff single from Grove, a walk from Buber, an RBI double from Oviedo. Reisenweber with a walk. Alter gets another RBI in there, and now this sac fly as well. All contributing here to this big 7th inning with 1 out. Edwards at the plate here. 1-0 count. Runners on first and second.
The cardiac kids, you just cannot put them away no matter what the score is late in the game. Martinsburg has found a way, to win, and here to tie the game. Hasn't won yet, but certainly is poised to do what they've done and come alive late in the game and overcome, the crowd noise, all the celebration, and just stay the game. And now, after that strike call, you'll see Edwards get turned loose with the 2-0 count. He was probably taken there, but Martinsburg just kind of stays the game. You don't see their coaches get too crazy, ups and downs. They just ride the wave. And
2-1 pitch misses low, gets away from the catcher. Lopez the throw to third. Good job by Brady to scoop that one down there at third, because if that goes in the left field, it's a costly mistake from Washington.
As Rubenthal didn't go, he has to go on a throw there. But can't have the double play intact.
Right, yeah.
So that'll push the defense back into the middle, back into double play depth.
3 balls, 1 strike. Runners on the corners here. Edwards at the plate for Martinsburg in a tied game at 6, as it was 6-2 heading into the 4th. And that 3-1 pitch misses low for ball 4, so the bases are loaded again. Rubenthal not going doesn't hurt the Bulldogs here, and Keegan Everhart will come to the plate.
Everhart hit it hard last time right at the left fielder. And looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher in R.J. Brown.
Number 11, R.J. Brown with the courtesy runner for the catcher.
Everhart can lift the ball again this time. One thing about the speed out there now and the speed of Everhart is going to, they're not going to go for a double play, so it doesn't matter. They're going to pull the defense in, as they should, to try to stop the game-winning run.
And that hits Everhart, and Martinsburg walks it off on a hit-by pitch in a 5-run 7th inning to win it 7-6 over Washington. What a shocker. As Washington was in control, they had played better throughout the majority of the game in terms of not committing errors, but Martinsburg just never gave up, and Washington kind of fell apart in this last inning for whatever reason. Martinsburg put pressure on, and the Bulldogs come back to win it 7-6. What a game.
Yeah, what a great game. Walter came in, kind of held them the best they could. Martinsburg still didn't, certainly played what Coach Bowler said last night, as I tried to stay away from it, ugly baseball, and at times it looked like it was really ugly, especially with the 2 errors on the throw across the diamond and then back to home. It looked like they just kind of lost their footing completely and just was going to have an off night. But they just stay the course, stay through, live through the ups and downs. Don't get too high with the highs, don't get too lows with the lows. And just an unbelievable game by Martinsburg to come back. And they're just cardiac kids. It's unbelievable what they've been able to do to get to 7-0. The 4 of those games won pretty well outright. 3 games had to just fight and grit through some tough times and just kept after it and just come up with a crazy win that they only played good probably in maybe 1 inning. As far as offensively,
right.
Defensively, the pitching wasn't bad at all. The Lauder, a lot of probably unearned runs there, probably 6 unearned runs if you're going by my book.
7-6, the final 7-0 is Martinsburg. Washington falls to 4-3. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Palace Lounge post-game show. It's West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
And you got to let me in.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dutchness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
To the Palace Lounge post-game show. The Palace Lounge on Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. We'll jump into our game summary brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. 7-6 your final. 6 runs for Washington on 11 hits, 1 error. For Martinsburg, 7 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors. For the Bulldogs, they trailed 6-2 heading into the 7th, and a 5-run bottom of the 7th for Martinsburg gives them the win. Walking it off as Keegan Everhart gets hit by the pitch there in the final moments. We await Dylan Bishop here with Coach Aaron Byler, as well as our player of the game, Christian Alter. And player of the game brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Dylan has Christian. He's making his way toward home plate, and whenever he's ready, he can take it away.
Find a camera angle here for him.
Okay. There we go.
All right, thank you, Nick. And 3 hits. Last inning for you guys and have that comeback. What do you think was going right for you guys at the plate for you guys to just come through and get the 7-0 now?
I mean, well, we all came up there last inning with a good mentality. We knew we weren't out of the game. Whole game we were down, but no one in there lost spirit. So, I mean, everyone locked in for the last inning.
when it came to your pitching tonight, how do you feel you had your command up there on the mound for you to be able to keep your team within reach so that you could have that last inning?
I mean, I just went up there, not give up any runs, throw strikes, not walk guys. I mean, at times they got a little loose, but no damage, and we were able to come back and win.
When you come away from this game, what do you think your main takeaway from this is going to be? Obviously, you got the win in the end, but took a lot to get there right at the very last second. What do you think you guys are going to be saying to each other after this one?
I mean, just that's an example right there why you never give up in a game. There's always a chance to come back. So, I mean, it's a good learning experience and came out with the win. So we'll just build off that.
All right, thanks for the time and congrats on the win. All right, and now joined by Coach Aaron Byler. Coach, probably wasn't as stress-free as you want it to be, but you guys got the win. Get yourself to 7-0. What do you think changed there in the last inning for you guys to be able to finally get those runs up on the board and make that comeback?
Well, I mean, I don't think we deserve to win, probably, to tell you the truth. But, I say it every time, I feel like, in the last 7 games, these guys find a way. And, I think what led to that is our senior leadership and our maturity. And, they never really panicked and they never got too high or too low. They just kind of stayed the course. They knew they had to pass the bat off 6 times to be in the game. And they did that. So, credit for them. What changed? Nothing. And that's the beauty of those guys is that they don't change. They don't get too high and they don't get too low. They just play the game. They play all 7 innings and prove to work out.
Obviously, Washington was able to have this lead for most of the night. What do you think you want to improve on coming out of this one?
Well, we kicked the ball around there. Lane probably gets out of there if we field a ball at short. And then, Dupuy or however you say his name, was hitting like 600 coming in. So he got second and third with 2 outs. I thought the move was to walk him, and then we hit the next batter and walked the one after that. So I'll own that. I'll take that. But we got to catch the baseball. I told him after the game that if we just do the little things and make the plays, then, I'm not sure we're not the ones that are up 6-2 there at the end. But we're, the win is good, but I still don't feel like we're playing as good as we can. We got a lot of things to improve on.
Finally, let's talk about your pitching a little bit tonight with Lane starting up on the mound, have Christian come in out of the bullpen, keep you guys in it. How do you feel, obviously you said you kicked the ball around on defense, but you are able to get that pitching from your guys to at least put your defense in the right positions.
Yeah, I thought Lane threw as good as he's probably thrown in all 3 starts, and I'm like a broken record saying out here he deserves to get the win. 3 straight times that we didn't do enough. But yeah, I thought he filled the zone. I thought he threw a lot of strikes, and then Christian Alter. I said this the other night too. Christian Alter is a kid that I just love on the mound because he just fills it up, and our defense likes playing behind him because he knows that they know he's going to throw the ball in the zone, and we're going to have the ability to field it. So just can't say enough about what they did tonight too.
Finally, you go into Musselman on Thursday. What are you going to carry over from this game? What can you tell us about Thursday?
We're just going to try and be 1-0 on Thursday.
All right, thanks for the time, Coach. Nick Tripp, back to you.
Thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Coach Byler. Thank you to Christian Alter as well, as Martinsburg again coming back here in the 7th inning to win it 7-6 over the Washington Patriots. Bulldogs stay undefeated, and as Dylan mentioned, Martinsburg will head to Musselman on Thursday. Let's go ahead and give you the game stats, get some final thoughts from Tripp, and we'll wrap it up here. For Washington, Dupree, 2 hits. Lopez, 1 hit. Smith, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Lopez also, with an RBI as well. Poltar with a hit. 2 hits from Earl. 1 hit from Brady, 2 hits from McCarthy, and an RBI. And 11 total team hits, 4 RBIs. It was a great pitching performance from Jackson Earl. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Dupree comes in an inning of work, 5 earned in total there. McCarthy goes a third of an inning with 2 walks. Ultimately, that hit by pitch ending the game there. For Martinsburg offensively, it was just 8 hits. 2 from Grove, 2 from Oviedo with an RBI, 4 RBIs from Christian Alter, 3 for 4 outing our player of the game again in Alter. Edwards with 1 hit and 2 at-bats and a walk. And Keegan Everhart 0 for 3 with an RBI as He gets that RBI on the hit by pitch. Lane DeWalter, 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Christian Alter, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. Martinsburg again improving to 7-0. Washington dropping to 3-3. Tripp, final thoughts on this one and looking forward to Musselman.
Final thought. One of the things that goes through my head when you watch this Martinsburg team and you see, other teams that, they've kind of got a little bit of a target on their chest because they've been kind of, predicted to be one of the better teams. The Lauder transfers in, a lot of different things. But you see, I don't know if you ever heard this thing, but it says a quiet dugout's a losing dugout, and I'm not talking about volume. So if you have a quiet dugout that's just not playing together, and they're just not talking, or they're not confident in each other, and they're just out there just going through the motions, then you're a losing team. But it's not about volume. Their dugout is not this exuberant, jump up and down, live and die off each play. They kind of stay the course, like, and you kind of mimicked what I said earlier. They are a quiet, confident dugout over there who never feels like they're out of it. They've been down a run and come back and won. They've down 2 runs and come back. They've down 4 runs now with 3 outs to go and come back and won. So, I think that'll play as competition gets better, and as the teams get better throughout the year. Not the competition, because of course Washington's a great competitor, but as all teams get better throughout the year, Martinsburg's going to continue to get more and more confident. Certainly they're going to lose at some point, of course, and tonight was certainly a great opportunity for Washington to take that. Give them that first loss, but I think they just got caught up in the moment. And Martinsburg just stayed, like Coach Ballard had stayed the course, and was able to keep the pressure on them and turn the momentum back. And when the momentum changed to Washington, some of their youth showed up, and they weren't able to get it done. Where when the momentum was in Washington's court, Martinsburg just kind of stayed, and weathered the storm, weathered that first punch in the gut. And it's like everybody says, you have a game plan until that first punch in the nose. But Martinsburg stayed with their game plan even after getting punched in the nose, and that's what makes them the team that they are. And certainly they have some depth. I feel bad for Lane DeLauder. I know how bad he wants to get in there and get that win and show that he deserves to be in this rotation each and every day, which he does. He signed to play at Pot State, putting a lot of pressure on himself. His stats, his win-loss stats, are nothing compared to his stats when you look at his earned run average, his strikeouts per game. All those things are tremendous stats, and he's going to. He's going to get wins this year, but Martinsburg just seems to not give him the run support when he's there, and then it comes in just as soon as he comes out for the no decision. So no losses, no wins for Lane, but I expect to see that turn around soon as he continues to throw, a great games and work his other pitches in.
So Martinsburg travels to Musselman on Thursday. We'll be there for that one, but for John Larton, our on-site producer, our cameraman, Aiden Sensible, as well as Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Tripp Tobin, my color analyst. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long. Once again, your final score: Martinsburg 7, Washington 6. Bulldogs 7-0. Patriots dropped to 3-3. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Thank you for joining us.
Join us for the 2024 Eastern Panhandle Home Builders Association Home Show April the 6th and 7th at the Roundhouse in downtown Martinsburg, with over 120 exhibits and food trucks on the grounds. Diamond sponsor Pine Creek Structures is giving away an outdoor patio set that you can enter to win. This year's silent auction is sponsored by Snyder Bailey and Associates. The 2024 Home Show is the place to see home builders, remodelers, banks and lenders, landscaping companies, heating, air conditioning contractors, and a whole host of other products with over 120 exhibits. Platinum level sponsors include Shenandoah Heating and Air Conditioning, DRB Homes, and High Point Roofing. Admission is always free, so stop by the Roundhouse and get information on your next home project at the 27th Annual Home Show, April 6th and 7th. This year's gold sponsors include Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Petty Pest Control, Negley's Water, EP Board of Realtors, Made in the Shade, and the Hornby Media Group. Silver sponsors include Valley Shade and Shutter, Leaf Filter Gutter Protection, BCT Bank of Charlestown, Rentals Unlimited, and Mountaineer Glassworks LLC. ephomeshow.com.
Is your skin dry or breaking out? Are your muscles sore and tight? Then take a few hours or even a whole day to refresh yourself, recover, and rejuvenate at Personal Reflection Day Spa, located at 102 Hovatter Drive in Inwood. Personal Reflection Day Spa is an award-winning spa for 15 consecutive years. The friendly, experienced staff will give you the treatment you deserve from the minute you walk in the door. Book your appointment by calling 304-821-1333 or online at personalreflectiondayspa.com.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.